What's up, Tarot family? Welcome to another reading with me, the Empress of Fortune. I'm so excited to have you here. Today we're going to get into a little love reading. You know, I don't do these as often as I do like the self-development type of readings on my channel, but every now and then, you know, it's fun to get a little love insight. Love is super important, so I don't ever want to downplay it. Although I will say that I do feel like time that you spend worrying about another person's feelings for you, that kind of thing, sometimes it could be a little bit better spent focusing on yourself. And honestly, I find that a lot of readers, they kind of end up saying that in their readings. They're like, you know, worry about yourself, focus on yourself, this person, blah, 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 that person, blah, 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 but at the end of the day, focus on yourself. And I feel like that's true. Take that to heart, you know. It can always be fun to check in a connection and kind of see what somebody else is feeling towards you. But I also feel like if you really care, maybe go ahead and ask them. Maybe go ahead and get the courage and ask them. And I know sometimes, a lot of the time, that's easier said than done. And I'm not trying to like shame anybody or anything. I'm just saying on a practical level that asking that person might be your best bet, and you never know where it could lead to. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. We're doing channeled messages from your person. Let's go ahead and get into it. I know that for some of you guys, it might feel like it contradicts everything else that I just said, but like I said, I do see the fun in this. And tarot is for nothing else if not for fun and self-development. And sometimes there are messages in a reading, especially a love reading, that you really need to hear in order to actually get to the place where you can focus on yourself. So let's see where we go. We're going to be using the Truth's Oracle here. These are going to be your choices. We've got pile 1 right here, pile 2 right here, and pile 3. If you need to take a moment to meditate on a pile so you can choose intuitively which one is right for you, go ahead and do that. If you need to pause the video as well, this would be a great time to do that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and to hit the like button, that thumbs up on this video, so other people can find it and see it. But otherwise, I will see you at your reading. The timestamps are going to be down below. There will be 2 timestamps for each pile. The first one will be for the identifiers, which are our little slips in this lip bowl over here that just help you to confirm that you chose the right pile in case you need that kind of confirmation. It also will let you know for sure if you're part of my collective, and if that's the case, definitely hit that subscribe button. But the second timestamp will be for the actual reading itself for the cards. So for example, you'll see like pile 1 identifiers, pile 1 reading, right? So click on whichever timestamp you want. Some people don't feel like they need the identifiers, and so they like to just skip over those. It's up to you, whatever you like to do. Regardless, we're about to get into it. I love you. Thank you for spending some time with me today, and I'll see you guys at your reading. What's up, pile 1? What it do, baby boo? I'm excited. We're here for a channeled messages reading. I think this is going to be super fun. You guys are the only pile that actually got 2 cards for your pile choosings. Pile choice, I guess. We're going to put those to the side for now because we're going to get our identifiers out. So if you want to skip over this part, there is another timestamp down below that will take you straight to the part with the cards. But for those of you who like the identifiers, welcome in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and to hit that thumbs up button for the like. Right now is the perfect time to do that. Spirit, my pile 1 people, their guides, angels, benevolent ancestors, higher selves, and the higher selves of the person that they're interested in getting channeled messages from. Let's get all of those people in here, get all those spirit teams in here. Thank you. How will pile 1 know that this is their reading? How will pile 1 know that this is in fact the reading for them? Who's in pile 1? Who are my pile 1 people? Pile 1, who are you? What kind of confirmation do they need today to know that this reading is in fact for them? I add new stuff to this lip bowl all the time, so you never know what might be the identifier for you. Anybody else in pile 1, spirit? Okay. All right. And it's like crazy to me how spirit is just like, no, there's no more, because there's so much stuff in here. But I don't know if you guys have heard like the popcorn counting rule. I don't know if, I think it's a real thing, but basically they say like when you're microwaving popcorn, if you don't hear a pop within 3 seconds, then that means your popcorn is done. Otherwise, if you continue past that, it will burn, right? So I kind of use the same theory for this. Like if I spin it 3 times, like spin my pen in it 3 times and nothing comes out, then that means that we're done. And that's just what happened. So yeah, Spirit. Who's in pile 1? Let's see. Stardust. That's a movie. Michelle Pfeiffer plays a witch in that movie. That movie is so good. I like it. It's kind of like a medieval romance, not necessarily sci-fi, but more like fantasy movie. Claire Danes is in there too, I think. I Don't Want to Wait by Paula Cole. I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. That is the theme song for Dawson's Creek. Any of my Dawson's Creek fans, stand up. I really never watched that show. All I know is that it stars James Van Der Beek, and I'm pretty sure Katie Holmes was in there. Yeah, I really don't know. McDonald's. Maybe you work at McDonald's. Maybe you like to eat McDonald's. Maybe you recently ate McDonald's, or you're supposed to be going there later today. I don't know. Could be any of those things. Oh, I forgot to say, if you've never been here before, the way that these work is that at least one of the things on these slips should be like really significant to you somehow, whether it's like your favorite or it came up in your life recently, even if it was just in passing. So like, for example, Stardust could be your favorite movie, or maybe you just watched it the other day, or maybe you and your friends were just talking about it, or you just saw, like, even like while you're scrolling on YouTube, maybe you saw somebody who was doing like a, Stardust recap or something like that right before you clicked on this video. That would be a sign that this is for you. Also, since this is about another person, maybe Stardust is their favorite movie, or maybe, they're a fan of it or something like that, and you happen to know that. So that would be an identification, or an indication rather, that this reading is for you. So yeah, I hope that made sense. So yeah, something significant to you, or really familiar to you, or it showed up in your life recently, even if it was just in passing, but like in a notable way, in a way that you remember, okay? All right, we've got Breaking Free here by Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens. Technically not by them. I don't know if Vanessa Hudgens really sang on that track or not, but I know Zac Efron didn't, but from High School Musical. But I'm just going to leave it like that, so yeah. All right, what's up next? All right, we've got Heart of Dixie and then RB. So Heart of Dixie is a TV show. Rachel Bilson is the star, so I wrote RB up there. But RB also makes me think of Arby's. And so we have Arby's and McDonald's. So fast food is coming through here, okay? Fast food is definitely coming through here. I don't know what that's about, but it is. Heart of Dixie, Rachel Bilson plays this like New York City doctor who moves to Alabama to take over a family practice. We have Nice by Beyonce and Jay-Z, the Carters. Because I'm nice up all night. All right, tea ceremony. So that's supposed to be like a Chinese tea ceremony, but it also could be like if you have your own tea ritual. Some people really like to have tea in the morning. Some people like to have tea in the afternoon or before they go to bed. It's like if you have a special thing that you do with your tea and you do it like every day or something like that, or, very often, then that could apply to you as well. Privacy. I don't know why I said it like that. I just felt like it. Privacy. So maybe you just changed your passwords or you increased some privacy measures. I just thought of like changing the keypad lock code on maybe like a building or your apartment or something like that. Or if like maybe your workplace, I was just specifically thinking of like the fast food restaurant since that came up to my mind. I know that they typically don't have keypads, but maybe they do on like the safe or something. I mean, I don't know, to be honest. We have Asami from The Legend of Korra, also known as T-Lock. Interesting that T-Lock came up, and I was just talking about locks and keypads and privacies, just because it sounds like the word lock, right? Now I'm thinking about Locke from Lost. If you know, you know. Mike's Mike, Hive, stand up. Anyway, yeah, Asami, she was Korra's friend and then later on love interest. We got Love by Tiana Taylor featuring Ms. Lauryn Hill. Ooh. We got Love. Annoying. Hopefully you guys don't think I'm annoying. Maybe somebody called you annoying, or maybe you've just had a really annoying day. Katara from Avatar The Last Airbender. So the Avatar energy is strong in this pile because The Legend of Korra is supposed to be like the follow-up series to Avatar The Last Airbender. And both of these people are the love interests. Asami and Katara, they're both the love interests in those shows. Ooh, that's like very cute for us to get a channeled messages reading. Okay. Those are like both the end game love interests. I want to clarify that. They're the end game love interests. So if that means anything to you. Flight 99 by Taku, Matt McWaters, and Masego. Ooh. That also just made me think of Appa from Avatar The Last Airbender. He's like, they're flying bison, so he flies them around everywhere. I'm a really big fan of Avatar, if you guys haven't caught on to that yet. Cheers, Drink to That by Rihanna. Yes, we probably have other big Avatar fans in here because Spirit's telling me, yes, cheers, drink to that. So if you're an Avatar The Last Airbender fan or The Legend of Korra fan, let me know down in the comments below and let me know who your favorite character is and which series you prefer over the other one. I could talk about it all day long. It's probably one of my favorite shows. If I Were You, that is a movie. It's about this lady who becomes friends with her husband's mistress and they decide to like make decisions for each other. The Joker by Steve Miller Band. That's also giving Batman, like the Joker from Batman type of energy. And I don't think I've ever said that before on this channel. So it's funny that that's coming up right now, but okay, Batman fans. Maybe. I don't know if Batman is Marvel or DC. I'm not a comic book person. I don't really know. Sex and the City coming through. Iconic HBO TV show starring Sarah Jessica Parker as Carrie Bradshaw. And some other people as well. Kim Cattrall as Samantha. Bon Iver, AUATC, ate up all their cake. Maybe you had some cake recently. That is a song, so maybe you know that song or have heard of that song, but also maybe you had some cake recently. Barney Stinson. He is a character from How I Met Your Mother, played by Neil Patrick Harris. Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy by Big and Rich. It's a country song. Having ourselves a big and rich time. A new leaf. It doesn't say a new leaf, it just says new leaf. So that could be like somebody's turning over a new leaf, or maybe you just got like a new plant or something, and so there are literally new leaves in your house or in your backyard or something like that. I also just thought about like raking leaves up, which those leaves aren't new. So I don't know why I thought about that, but I guess somebody probably needed to hear it. Reconstituted. That makes me think of like astronauts and how they have to eat like reconstituted food, like dehydrated food that you add water back to it to make it, you know, have moisture in it and edible. So yeah, reconstituted. Peggy Hill from King of the Hill. King of the Hill, maybe just in general, but Peggy Hill specifically. She also is the endgame love interest. She's Hank Hill's wife. So we've got some endgame love interests coming on in here, interestingly enough. Cold Hearted 2 by Meek Mill. That's a song. Elliot Page, famous actor and trans rights activist. Las Vegas. Vegas, baby. The Incredibles. Disney Pixar movie. Mr. and Mrs. Incredible and their family. Baby Mother. Rapper. From Tennessee. I believe from like the Chattanooga area. The Players Club. That's a movie about strippers and the other people at the strip club. The Players Club. All right, we've got here self-date. Maybe you like to take yourself out on a date. You might be the type of person who doesn't mind going out and doing things alone. We have here Burn by Usher. I think that you should let it burn. All right. Let's see. Self-date, I also want to say, like, maybe you have plans to take yourself out on a date later. Ooh, maybe you're going to go eat some lobster. Or maybe you recently took yourself on a date. Lobster, maybe you like to eat lobster. Maybe that's your favorite seafood or crustacean. Maybe you just had a lobster roll. Maybe you have a pet lobster. Maybe you like to talk about lobster. Maybe you got like really sunburned and somebody said that you look like a lobster or something like that. I don't know. Maybe you have like a lobster stuffed animal next to you right now. Or you had one when you were a kid. Zach Brown Band, Colder Weather. That's a song. So you got a couple country music songs in here. Interesting. Death Cab for Cutie. It's a band. Okie dokie. Tina Belcher. Tina Belcher, she is the daughter on Bob's Burgers, or the eldest daughter, rather, on Bob's Burgers. She's the one who wears the blue. And she's like always so awkward, and she's like, 10 Things I Hate About You, another iconic movie starring Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger, R.I.P. Oh, I did say the Joker. Heath Ledger, he played the Joker. So specifically that movie, that Batman movie where Heath Ledger played the Joker, is coming through. This Charming Man by Stars. That's a cover of a song by the Smiths. I just started singing A Whole New World by Aladdin. Or not by Aladdin, but from Aladdin, so that came through. American Horror Story, Season 1, Murder House specifically. Maybe some of the other seasons of American Horror Story are relevant as well. I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll find out if it comes to me. We have here Substack. So that is a website where people write stuff and you can like subscribe to their writings. You know? Let's see what else is here. Clumsy by Fergie. Clumsy 'cause I'm falling in love. So in love with you. All right. Animal print. So maybe that's like your favorite type of print. Any animal print like zebra, cheetah, snake. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That could be your big three, your sun, moon, rising, or even your Venus. Yeah. The Game. It's a TV show. I also have the name Jason written on here. One of the characters, his name is Jason Pitts. So he's coming through. What does this say? This says Mugler. That one just fell out of this pile while I was moving it. So Mugler. The Game is a TV show about like football players and their wives and girlfriends. Tia Mowry was the star. We have Blackberries. And I just heard that song from Hairspray, or rather, I guess it's just a saying, but they're like, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Okay. Real Love by Mary J. Blige. Real love. I'm searching for a real love. Someone to set my heart free. Real love. I'm searching for a real love. Got to find a real love. Yeah, I want to keep singing that song. So that one's like very in it right now. Meditation. So maybe you just started a meditation practice, or you just finished meditating, or you've been doing research on meditation or something like that. Maybe you already have like a pretty good meditation practice. Avenged Sevenfold. That's a band. I always have to say this every time. I don't really know any of their music. They just somehow made it in the bowl. I don't know how that happened, but they're in there. We have here Monopoly. I don't know why I said it like that. Monopoly. Yeah, that's a game. It also could be that song by Victoria Monet and I was about to say what's her face? Ariana Grande. The Saddle Club. That's a TV show about horse girls. Not literal like girls who are horses, but girls who are really into horses. Speaking of horse girls, Tina Belcher is a horse girl. She loves horses. She's super into them. So the person you're asking about could be really into horses. That's definitely something that's a possibility. And then Peggy Hill's kind of a horse girl too. She's not like overtly obsessed with horses, but she grew up on a ranch in Montana, and so she like knows a lot about horses. So maybe like ranching or something like that is coming through. And then we also have 2 mentions of the word club with the Players Club and the Saddle Club. So clubs or clubbing or being part of a club or something like that could be relevant. Here we have Energy by Drake. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me of my energy. What's this? Mariah Carey. Okay. The Lamely stand up. What do we have here? Monaco. That is a place, but it also reminds me of the song by Bad Bunny. Anne Hathaway, actress extraordinaire. I think that a new movie with her just came out, The Idea of You or something like that. I haven't seen it yet. Diamond, that could be from Love is Blind, season 1. That could also be a gemstone or an engagement. Also, from the Players Club, the girl, her stripper name was Diamond. So we could be talking about like an alias or something like that. Somebody having an alias. Now that's making me think of that show, Alias, with Jennifer Garner. I never saw that show, but, you know. The Coldest Winter Ever, Sister Souljah. Speaking of aliases, there could also, somebody could have like a pen name. Speaking of Drake, Ghostwriters. What About Your Friends by TLC. It's a song. What about your friends? Will they stand their ground? Will they let you down? Yeah. All right, let's see what we have here. Half and Half. That's about 2 half sisters. Yes. It was a very cute show. Sad that they ended up canceling it, but it was adorable and I loved it. We have The Gambler, Kenny Rogers. That's a song. Courtney B. Vance, actor. I do want to say his wife, Angela Bassett, she was on American Horror Story. Not season 1, but several other seasons. NDA, that stands for Non-Disclosure Agreement. Megan Thee Stallion has a song called NDA, and so does Billie Eilish, which I don't know that one, but I saw it on Spotify. But I know the Megan Thee Stallion one very well. Haterade, yeah, that's about right. Because it's like NDAs are for haters. Just kidding. Not really. They're for, you know, anybody. But she says, like, Megan says, like, yeah, that whole song is just about, like, people hating on her. So go listen to it. Stream Megan Thee Stallion. Please Don't Leave Me by Pink. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okie dokie. We've got Lemon Breland from Heart of Dixie. That was another endgame love interest on that show. So yeah, interesting that that keeps coming out. She's played by Jamie King. I love that show too. That show is so cute. Send Me On My Way by Rusted Root. That's that song from Matilda. That's like, I would like to reach out my hand, always say, I can tell you to run. I don't really know what they're saying there, but bobbity say, bobbity hum. All right. Summertime in Paris by Jaden and Willow Smith. All right, we've only got a few more here, you guys. Let's see. Misfits. That was a show on E4 about some young adults who got superpowers from like an electric storm or something. They were also like juvenile offenders. Not juvenile offenders, but I guess they had to do community service. Sookie Stackhouse from the Southern Vampire Mysteries, also known as True Blood on HBO, another iconic HBO show. Ooh, I love that show. All my fave shows are coming out. I guess that's why they're in the bowl, though. S'mores. Maybe you ate s'mores. Maybe you smell like s'mores or something. I know of like a perfume that smells like s'mores. That makes Ted Mosby. He's also from How I Met Your Mother. He's the main character. So he and Barney Stinson, both from How I Met Your Mother. Him. All right. Mahershala Ali, very handsome actor, very talented actor. Got two very handsome, talented black men on here, Courtney B. Vance and Mahershala Ali. Gardenias, those are flowers. Maybe they're like your favorite flower. Maybe you have some outside your house, or maybe there are some outside of your person's house you're asking about. Portions for Foxes by Rilo Kiley. That's a song. And then, last but not least, we've got chess. Maybe you like to play chess. Maybe you're learning how to play chess. Maybe you're a chess master. Maybe somebody was just talking about chess, or you just saw something in passing or heard something in passing about chess. Also, there are some initials that are coming up. B has been coming up a lot, and then also KR or RK. We may have some mirroring energy here as well. So, yeah. These are our identifiers. I'm going to go write these down in my tarot journal. I did create a tarot journal for y'all, so go check that out. The link is down below in the description box. And I will see you guys in just a second for the reading. Oh, there's also a link below for an abundance journal that I created, so go ahead and check that out as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys in just a second for the reading. Hey there, pile one. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the first pile, then this reading is for you. You guys actually got two cards here for the choosing. I don't really know how to say that, but anyway, let's go ahead and see what they are. We're going to use these first. We've got independent. All my women who independent, throw your hands up at me. All the honeys who making money, throw your hands up at me. Okay. And then we got ladies man, the player. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to use these as a way to kind of talk a little bit about the energy that I'm seeing and to tell you a little bit more about the connection. All right. So you should recognize the dynamic that's going on here. All right. Spirit, are there any other cards? Okay. Are there any other cards that want to come out for this? So as far, we've got emotionally unavailable. We've got fire sign. We've got game playing in cycles. So we have both the player and game playing. Also, I believe the gambler came out in our identifiers. Yeah, it did. So one of you guys might be into gambling or just gaming in general. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? A break. So yeah, you guys might not be in contact at this very moment. You might be on a break. Lobster also came out in our identifiers, and I have not really seen friends, but I do know that isn't there something about people being like, "You're my lobster"? I don't know what that means at all. But I also know that the very famous thing with Ross and Rachel where they were like, "We were on a break." So yeah, okay, that is coming out as well. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else from this deck? Yes or no? All right, okay. Yeah, we got a couple more that want to come out. Cold. Ooh, and we did get cold-hearted. Ooh, a lot of these are like callbacks to the identifiers, actually. That's so funny. Let me see if I can find those. All right, I feel like this one, as I'm going through this pile, I just found this one that was like folded up, and I don't think I ever said it. School of Rock. So that's another identifier for you guys. That's a movie. It's also like a real life place where people go to like learn music. So that's weird. I guess it's meant to be out here. I don't know why. That's so strange that I missed that. Anyway. All right. So yeah, we had Lobster come out as well. We had the game that came out too. So like the idea of game playing and cycles. I wanted to bring that out. We have The Gambler by Kenny Rogers. We've also got Chess. That one wanted to come out, and it makes me think of this idea of something being like a long game or making very calculated moves. And then, of course, we have Cold Hearted 2 by Meek Mill, which is going to go right here on top of this cold heart. It's some heart trapped in some ice. So yeah, interesting. All right. So yeah, I feel like you are probably not in contact with this person at this moment right now. They could have fire signs, or you could be a fire sign in their sun sign, moon, or rising, but mostly probably sun sign, so that would be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. One person at least, maybe both people in this connection are actually emotionally unavailable, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's part of the reason why you guys are not talking. You both might even be in a little bit of your player energy. Maybe one person is like not exercising that as much. One person might be working on themselves, whereas the other person is kind of like playing the field. So it definitely seems like both of you guys are single, is what I'm getting. I don't think that anybody here is like entangled in another relationship. But yeah, interesting. Both of you, I feel like maybe have some things to work on emotionally, but at least one of you does. Okay, so I'm wondering about this cold scenario. You guys could have gone on a break because one person felt like the other was being cold towards them. That's a possibility here as well. Sorry about that glare, guys. I'm gonna try and get away from that. I think that there's a lot of passion in this connection. At the very least, there's a lot of attraction in this connection. And I get the sense that the feminine energy, that does not have to be the woman, men and women can both have feminine and masculine energy in them. But the feminine energy in this, I feel like she's, oh, we did get tea ceremony also. She's like over there sipping her little drink, which doesn't have to be tea. Maybe that's just me projecting on there. But she's sipping her tea and just like clocking. She's clocking tea right now. She's just seeing what's going on. Tea ceremony. I'm going to put that one up here too. So yeah, I do feel like the sense that there's like some calculated kind of energy going on here. Some calculated moves being made. And it is a long game. You might have known this person for a really long time. You could have a long-standing connection with them. Maybe you're just not, active in each other's lives at this moment. It's like putting something on ice, You're not letting it rot. You're not letting it die. You're not letting it go away, but you are putting it on ice. That's what I'm getting here. Interesting. Also thinking about lobsters, like when you're not ready to cook them, but you've already, prepared them to be cooked. You have to put them on ice. And also other seafood often comes out on ice. Like shrimp will come out on ice, right? Like oysters, they come out on ice. So as they're being served, some of them have that like aesthetic also. Interesting. I really don't know why School of Rock is here. Maybe the idea of like getting played just came up as well. Let's go ahead and get the tarot out. Let's see what else there is to say about this. Spirit. Oh no. One of my identifiers just flew away. All right. Let's see. Spirit, what can you tell us about this connection between pile one and the person on their mind? What can you tell us about this connection? Okie dokie, let's go. All right, we got Princess of Wings. That's Princess of Swords here. So again, with the idea that you guys are maybe not talking to each other, this is labeled the messenger. The messenger, and it's in reverse. So that just reiterates that feeling for me. I'm going to put these down on the bottom. I'm also going to say that you guys may not have each other on social media. Somebody may have maybe has tried to look at the other person's social media, and it's like, go ahead, baby, give us nothing. There could be a blockage going on, like somebody's blocked. A phone number could be blocked, social media could be blocked, or it could just be that like somebody's profile is private so that you can't see what it is that they're doing. Or maybe they just don't post a lot, and so there's not, a lot of information there. I do get the sense that somebody's trying to either get in contact or gather information. Most likely gather information, and they're not able to do it. This also could indicate some gossip going on here, whether that is between either of the people in this connection and their friends. I don't know why I just shuffled it like that. I had cut the deck already, but whatever, it's fine. And I think also it's like somebody could maybe be venting, like the way that I just said, like, I don't know why I did it like that, blah, blah, blah. Somebody could be like expressing some sort of negative feelings or regrets even about the way that things have happened in this connection. We've got here 6 of shells in the reverse. That's the 6 of cups in reverse. Joy here in the reverse. Yeah, somebody's definitely not happy about this. I don't know if it's both people or just one person, but holding on to the past. There's this sense of holding on to the past here. Like I said, you guys might have known each other for kind of a long time, or I don't want to say, there could be some maybe like childish ideas of like what love is or what a relationship is supposed to be that could be kind of like affecting or coloring somebody's actions toward and emotions towards this connection as well. We got Princess of Shells. Yeah, that's like, it's romantic, but there's also like slight immaturity here. You know, it's like a crush. There's definitely a crush between these two people, between you and the person. There's definitely a crush. I can't say if it's one-sided or not, but crush energy coming through. 4 of Gems, possessiveness. Ooh, somebody like definitely wants the other one to be theirs. It's like imagining what it would be like, you know, if you were mine. But it's also kind of like that. Part of the reason why it's immature is because if all of this was real, like if you wanted this person to be yours, you'd be trying to talk to them. You know what I mean? So there's definitely a level of immaturity to this connection. And whether that means that like the connection itself is not very far developed, because you can know people for a long time, but that doesn't mean that your connection is like deep. You know what I mean? But there is like a sense of like ownership over each other. And then also somebody I do feel like wants to take ownership for their actions in the way that they maybe acted in the past. But they might not be able to because we do have like emotionally unavailable and the cold-heartedness here. Anything else about this connection, Spirit, that we should know before we get into our channeled messages? Alrighty. And I'm using the Enchanted Love Tarot right now, in case you were wondering. We have the Fool in reverse. Interesting. We've got King of Wings, which is King of Swords. 9 of Gems. The Hermit. And the High Priestess all in reverse. So somebody's going against their intuition here. And somebody's trying to move forward in their life, which I'm going to say, I mean, it could be both people, but definitely at least an independent person trying to move forward in their life. And they're still holding on to this, which is part of what the 6 of Shells is saying as well. It's like holding on to the past. It's like you're trying to bring old baggage and old shit into a new era with you. Okay? And I think in your mind, you know better. In your mind, you know better. Some of you guys may be even like moving into a new era where you are fully financially independent. You might be entering like your grown man, grown woman, grown person era. And you have this like very solid sense of self, this very solid foundation that you've built. Some of you guys are definitely like entering like your professional space. I think you're also trying to look at this rationally. The king is like, King of Swords is heir of air. So you have like a very intellectual, you could have a very intellectual connection with this person. Like you guys might meet each other on that space intellectually. That's one thing. But also, I think you have a very intellectual view of the world. Definitely we're getting like highly intelligent type of people here. However, despite that, you're lacking introspection and you're going against your intuition with this connection. So there are some issues here with this. I want to see if there's anything else to be said. Justice. I was saying I want to see if there's anything else to be said, and this is almost like tarot being like, no. No, there's not anything else. So I can take it that way, but also I think there's an imbalance going on here. I'm gonna put that back in the deck. We're gonna keep it like this for now. So let's see. I did just turn it over and we have the Lovers on the back of the deck. So there's confusion, like there's confusion going on here, which is interesting with this King of Swords, this King of Wings here in the upright, because he's anything but confused. That energy is anything but confused. There's an assuredness. There's something very sure in the King of Wings or King of Swords. Right now I'm watching this TV show called White Collar. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. It stars Matt Bauer, who actually, he was actually on American Horror Story, and American Horror Story came out in our Identifiers as well. But I don't remember which season he was on, but he was on, I want to say it was the hotel season with the vampires. Vampires did come out as well. Well, not necessarily, but True Blood came out, or Sookie Stackhouse came out, and she's the star of True Blood. But the reason why I brought up White Collar is because one of the main characters on there, Peter Burke, he's an FBI agent, and he says, you know, we're the FBI, we don't act unless we're really sure. Like, we can't act on a hunch or on a whim. We can't act unless we're really sure. And so it's interesting because there's an assuredness here. And also I feel like a very stable, independent foundation going on. Got the Four of Gems here and then the Nine of Gems. That's like a big jump, but both of those are very stable. There might be one person in this connection who's more stable than the other one. That's part of it, I think, especially when it comes to finances. And I think that there's also one person in this connection who's more mature than the other one. Okay, I'm seeing this now as like Princess of Shells is one person and King of Wings is another person. Interestingly enough, though, we do have this Princess of Wings over here too. All right, I'm going to go back to the beginning and I'm going to read this in a different way. All of the things that I said still stand, but I'm seeing now a different interpretation of them as well. Okay, I'm seeing that after a period of not talking to each other with the Princess of Wings here, there's still this like inability to let go. Okay, and so an apology is coming forward here with the Princess of Shells. An apology is coming forward that's going to put you guys on even ground. That's going to bring this scenario back up toward realization, back up toward reality, okay? You're going to like openly admit, you know, I haven't been able to let this go, and I think it's going to be able to put you guys on, like I said, an even ground, an even playing field, and a space where both of you feel very secure. Okay. However, with that being said, trying to start over is going to be difficult. Trying to start over is going to be difficult because there is still trust issues from what happened before in the past. From all of this cold-heartedness and this break and all this bullshit that was going on here, the emotional unavailability, all of that. There's going to be some trust issues as a result of that. However, I do think that those can be resolved with open communication and seeing things from a larger perspective, seeing things from like a more elevated perspective, thinking about the future and making plans. And once you're able to actually communicate that well, and both people are being totally transparent and totally honest, that's the very important part. Both people being totally transparent and totally honest, you'll be able to elevate the relationship from this 4 to this 9. And so this is like from being afraid to let go to being in a place where you guys have more trust in each other, and so you guys can both be independent and become interdependent. This is like Four of Gems is kind of like a space of like, I just got this. Oh my gosh, I just got this. Like, I'm never letting go, right? Now I'm thinking about Titanic where she's like, I'll never let go, right? But anyway, sorry about that. Where it's like Four of Gems is this energy of like, I just got this. I have to hold on as hard as I can. Whereas the Nine of Gems is like, no, I am amazing. I did this before. I can do it again. There's nobody and nothing that can stop me now. And like, I'm just so secure. There's a space of true security that is going to come in this relationship out of a space of open, clear, and honest communication. And honesty is going to be like very, very important here, okay? So I'm getting that. I like that. I like that. The only thing here is with these two cards, the Hermit and the High Priestess. I'm kind of like, what are they doing here? What is happening with this? And these are major arcana cards too. So I feel like something still feels off. That's kind of what I'm getting here, especially with the High Priestess in reverse. It's like something feels off. I'm actually going to go see what the book wants to say about this, because this book, this deck has like very specific meanings because it is so much about love. I want to see what it says. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right, here we go. This card says maybe, but you need help. That's like, if it was a yes or a no, this card would be maybe, but you need help. Okay. And this could be that you guys might need to like go to counseling. This might be that you guys need to bring in. What's so interesting, I should have just said this earlier. I don't know why I didn't say it. Remember how I said that I'm seeing the Princess of Shells as one person and the King of Wings as another person? And then I was like, well, but then again, we have this Princess of Wings person here, right? And I was going to say like maybe there's a third party or something, but I really didn't feel that energy. I feel like the third party could be a counselor. You guys might end up having to bring in somebody who can help you. And the Hermit in reverse can often talk about seeking a mentor or seeking some sort of guidance. I didn't understand that at first. I don't know why I didn't understand that that was part of this. And it might be that there is an intuitive mismatch. Like you guys might have different intuitive ideas about what it is that you need to make this relationship work. Okay, because I am seeing that there's a strong foundation here, and I think that you guys can have clear and open communication, but I just think that there's, like I said, there's something weird going on here. So I think that you'll probably need some sort of mentor, guidance, counselor, just a regular counselor to help you guys. But let's see what this card says. You will not find true love unless you make more of an effort to accommodate the legitimate needs of other people. No matter how misunderstood you feel, don't act like it's a waste of your time or energy explaining or defending yourself to people not worthy to be in your presence. Acting superior or inferior will work against you now. I also wanted to say, like, whenever I see a card in reverse, I think that there's still a very firm attachment to the card that came before it. And so the card that comes before the Hermit is Strength card, and the Strength card often talks about dominance and submission. And so there may be like this idea of each person trying to dominate the other in this connection. And I don't know if that is through conversation or if it's just through energy. I'm kind of feeling like it's just through energy, you know? And I don't know if that's supposed to be like sexual or anything like that, but I think it's more just like, especially since there may have been a difference in either social standing or financial standing between these two people, I do feel like there's kind of like a power struggle going on in some cases. Also, the idea here of like with the Hermit card kind of getting back into society, because a hermit, they spend a lot of time alone, right? And when the Hermit card is in reverse, it can mean like integrating yourself back into society. You guys might end up spending a lot of time alone together. And so, or maybe even just a lot of time alone in general. So you guys could be like two pretty independent people who you really like each other, you want to spend your time together and you see value in spending time together, but you also really like your alone time too. So there may be a need for you guys to start integrating yourselves more as a couple into society. Okay, so that's something that I see here as well. And that's also reflected in what this card says in the book. It says, don't do everything by yourself. Staying out of circulation or just feeling isolated will work against you and may lead you to act unwisely and become unpopular. By not reaching out to others, you cannot get the love and help you need. So yeah, I think you guys will have some challenges, and you will probably need some outside perspectives to kind of give you this give you the security that you need in this relationship. Especially if you find that the masculine energy in this connection has maybe some harmful or negative socialization towards women. We do have like this ladies man card here with the player, and Barney Stinson did come out as well. And I was thinking about pulling Barney Stinson, like it was one of the slips, and I had it in my hand, but then Spirit was like, no, don't pull it out, because Barney Stinson is almost like this unreformable type of character. He is a womanizer in like every sense of the word. He literally has like a playbook for ways that he like lies to women to like get them in bed and stuff, and like, you know, just gross, disgusting behavior. But Spirit told me don't pull that out because this person is not that bad. This person is not on that level of Barney Stinson. And I feel like they do have probably some negative ideals when it comes to women, but if they were to talk to somebody about them, they could move past that and get over it. And it could have something to do with maybe them being hurt in the past or something like that, or just like I said, some kind of like childish and immature views. So with like honesty and counseling, I think that this person could come to a better space mentally. But this card here, the High Priestess card in the book, it says, you and your partner need to examine your attitude towards women, especially women of power, including mystical or spiritual power. Don't let your partner disrespect and or control you because women are not or are supposed to do X, Y, and Z. And be especially careful that you have not allowed that kind of thinking to poison your own mind and prevent the High Priestess within you from giving your life spiritual power. Conversely, you may be undervaluing the role of men and the masculine principle. There are lots of good men who are trying to better themselves and gain the true power that comes when we control our impulses. The men and women we enter into relationships with are a reflection of how comfortable we are with the masculine and feminine sides of our personalities. And I've been saying that since the beginning, is that every person has masculine and feminine in them. And I also said that there are going to be power struggles in this relationship, in this connection. And so honesty and open communication are going to be such an important thing to getting you guys to that place where you both feel stable and where you both feel like you can come to this table that you've created together feeling whole, feeling independent, and truly appreciating each other as people. Not appreciating each other as a man or as a woman or as a person, as a sexual object, but as actual whole people. And so I think that having some counseling around this, having outside opinions around this is really going to help you guys. And so this could be like, I know I'm talking in the future tense, but this could also be past tense for this relationship as well. Maybe you guys have already experienced something like that. Okay. But yeah, like I do see good, solid things here, but I also, like I said, there's something off. That's what I said. Something is off about this connection. And the thing that's off is that there are some negative ideas about men and women coming from each of these people, you know? So I think you both need to work on that, and you can work on it together. Like this King of Wings here in the upright is giving me so much hope. It's giving me so much positivity for this connection. Like if this card was in reverse, I would be saying some very different shit. I'd be talking very, very differently. But with this card in the upright, this lets me know that you guys have a chance at creating a really open, honest relationship where you guys see each other as intellectual equals, where you see each other as people who are just like out here doing their best, and where you appreciate each other for the mind of the person, you know, rather than like all the other kind of materialistic bullshit that society tries to push on, people and their relationships. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get some channeled messages. Yay! Oh, this is the best part of the reading. I just got this deck yesterday. I'm super excited about it. I'm going to use this True Love Reading Cards deck to get us some channeled messages. And so these will be from the person that's on your mind. I'm not going to do like person A, person B, or anything like that. I just feel like it's too confusing. Okay. We'll see. Maybe I'll eat my words. Spirit. If Pile 1's person could tell them anything right now, what would Pile 1's person say to them? Should I try this again? I'm going to try this again. I'm going to reshuffle because I had it where it was like one card was coming off the bottom, and then when I redid it, it was like all these cards came out. So let's see. Spirit. If pile one's person could say anything to them right now, what would they say? There we go. Like a good clean cut. And as I said that, it makes me think of like one of you guys could be very clean cut type of person, like, you know, in terms of appearance, or both of you, I guess. What do we have here? Sexual freedom. So yeah, the player definitely coming through with player energy. And this person is like, I am in my sexual freedom era. I'm just out here trying to get it in. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Okay, we're going to take another one. And we got here, life purpose. And I feel like this could be a message from, okay, this player person, this ladies man person, I think that they're still trying to figure out what their life purpose is right now. And they are expressing that anxiety through their sexual proclivities. So yeah, they're just trying to figure it out. That's what I'm getting. They're just trying to figure it out right now. So if you are on a break, that should resonate with you as to why you're not hearing from this person right now. So, okay, cool. Let's get some actual channeled messages. So I'm going to use 2 different channeled messages decks. Let me put these. Can you guys still see that? Yes, you can. Yes. Let me move this over just a little bit. We're going to rearrange, so you guys are going to see some editing magic in just a moment. Let's go ahead and get these channel messages out. I have this like deck that I made myself here in this bag, and I'm honestly just going to reach in and bring messages out because I don't feel like shuffling. I feel like that's doing too much. You know what? I changed my mind. We're not going to shuffle, but what we will do is I'm going to like spread these out like this. And this was how I first was reading tarot. This is like what I would do when I first started reading tarot. I would just spread all the cards out. And we're going to just pick from here like this. Okay. Spirit, channel messages from pot one's person. All right, we got here. Ooh, life's been better since I left you. And I don't take that as a, like a dig. I think that they're just saying like things are improving. Like maybe they're actually finding their life's purpose. Like you guys have been on a break. I don't think that they necessarily mean that life's been better since you're not in it, but they're just saying that things have improved for them. Messages from pile one's person to pile one. Okay, is that this one or a different one? Okay. I'll do anything to get what I want. Interesting. Okay. Messages from pile one's person to pile one. Okay. What are we getting here? Okay. All right, here we go. I want to be like you. Yes, there's some envy. Some envy, a little bit of jealousy here. And like I said, especially over things like material things, money, stuff like that. I'm definitely getting some envy. What else? Messages from pile one's person to pile one. Okay. Is it this one or is it a different one? Okay, it's this one. We've got, I want us to be able to trust each other. There we go. We did give that trust in the Fool here in reverse. It literally says trust on the bottom. Messages from pile one's person to pile one. Are there any more? Okay. Okay. There was too much to learn, so I just gave up. That was that, this Princess of Wings, Page of Swords, and also the Page of Cups energy. This person like made a choice, I think, to stay immature rather than to grow up a little bit because they were just like, this is too hard. There's too much. There's too much going on. Messages from pile one's person to pile one. Any other messages? Okay. I love how stylish you are. Aw. I did say there was a lot of attraction. We had that fire signs here. There's a lot of attraction between the two of you. Messages from pile one's person to pile one. No more. Okay, let's go ahead and get from Alice's Oracle. Sometimes when I shuffle these cards, because there are so many of them, like so much stuff comes out and it just gets overwhelming. So that's why I decided to do it like this instead today. And I'm glad that I did. Sometimes like a change of methodology can really make improvements or can really help. And I think that I kind of touched on that in the beginning when I was like, oh, I don't know why I shuffled it like this or blah, blah, blah. Like I just did blah, 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 and I don't know why I did it again. Sometimes changing things up can actually help, can actually make things come out better. And I think that's also a message. That's also a message about like the way that you and this person relate to each other, and the idea of bringing in like a professional, which we literally, it says the professional on this King of Wings here, because having that third perspective really can help things. So don't be afraid to like suggest counseling or go into counseling or something like that, because even if that's not the way that you would normally do stuff, it could be really helpful. And I think that this person would be willing to do it. Like, I'll do anything to get what I want, and I do think that they want you. But they do want you to know that like things are looking up for them. Again, I'm not getting like malicious energy from here. And part of the reason for that I'm saying that is because Barney Stinson, like, it came out during the identifiers, but it did not want to be on this table. It was like, do not associate me with that type of guy, because I'm not that type of guy. Like, yeah, other people might see me that way, or yeah, there might be traces of it, but that's not really who I am. And so I think that I'm not getting like malicious intent here. All right. Let's get from Alice's Romance Oracle 1 and 2. Shout out to Queen Alice Love. And see what we get. Spirit. Channel messages from pile 1's person to pile 1. And the fact that this is the one that keeps flipping over makes me think of like somebody not wanting to play the game anymore. Maybe making a decision that they don't want to play that game anymore, you know? All right, Spirit. Messages. Oh, whoa. I admire how hard you work. Yeah. That hard workiness keeps coming up with this 9 of Gems and then this Independent here. And the professional as well. I'm confused. Channel messages from pile 1's person to pile 1. What would pile 1's person say to them? Or some channeled messages from them, from their higher self. I feel stuck. Yeah, it's that immaturity coming through. Pile 1's person to pile 1. Sorry for the way I handled things. I'm talking about you to others. What did I say? I said they were gossiping. Yes, I did. I said that they were venting, they were gossiping, they were talking it out with other people. And they may be talking about, like, I don't know exactly. It's exactly what I said. They're like, I don't know why I decided to do it that way. I shouldn't have done it that way. That's exactly what they're saying to their friends. Like, I shouldn't have behaved that way. I have a secret. Ooh, they have some secret. What's the secret? Spirit, are you going to tell us what the secret was? What would pile 1's person say to pile 1 if they could say anything? Channel messages. I think you are very talented. If you let me, I'll take care of you. And I think that that's kind of hard for this independent person to hear or to see, because they are used to being independent, right? It's definitely giving double income, no kids kind of energy, the dink energy. Not to say that you guys don't have kids or won't have kids, but it's giving me that. Not now, right? Things are just like it's not available, it's not viable right now. We do have that emotionally unavailable aspect here. Channel messages from pile 1's person to pile 1. Anything else from this half of the deck? So we have 2. There are 2 decks here. So this is just the first one. Anything else from this deck? Okay, cool. Oh, there's one more. Anything else? There we go. I find you interesting. I've liked you for a really long time. I told you, I was like, this seems like there's like some sort of history here. Okay. There's that. And then we've also got this other one. Let's see. Let me shuffle this one up. Spirit, messages from pile one's person to pile one. Messages from pile one's person to pile one. What would pile one's person say to pile one if they could say anything? Maybe this is the secret. Should I turn these over, yes or no? Okay, let's do it. I want us to be more than friends. I miss you. Yeah. And I don't know why they don't want to say that. They don't want to come forward and say that. Okay, anything else? Should I turn this one over? Yes? Okay, let's do it. I'm not sure what I'm feeling. That's interesting because it's like they say that they want to be more than friends. I miss you. I liked you for a really long time. I find you interesting. I admire how hard you work. It's like they definitely have feelings for you. They think you're very talented, but they're not sure. Not now. They're not sure about something. Not sure about the timing. What else, Spirit? Channel messages from pile one's person to pile one. I only believe in science and facts. So yeah, if you are a spiritual person, and like obviously you are because you're here watching tarot, they might not like that about you. They might not agree with you. It's making me think of on the Big Bang Theory, there was this like argument that Penny and Leonard had because Penny believes in psychics and Leonard doesn't. And he basically called her stupid for believing in them, and it caused a huge argument between them because it was so rude. It was rude as hell. Fuck you, Leonard. She didn't say that, but she probably would have if she was allowed to curse. But anyway, yeah. So this person may have some issues in terms of that. You scare the shit out of me. They could also be scared by the concept of like divination, tarot, psychics, that kind of thing. Or they could just be scared of you. And the amount of growing you would and learning that you would require them to do, right? There was too much to learn, so I just gave up. Yeah, they feel, there's an overwhelmed, like they feel overwhelmed, I think, and that is also part of it, of you scare the shit out of me. Is there anything else? Any other channeled messages from pile one person to pile one? Any last messages? Don't forget about me, and I am who I am. There is, like, at least for right now, a little bit of an unwillingness to change their situation. They like you, and they do want to be with you, but not right now because they're unwilling to change certain things about their life. So this might be one of those connections where you just kind of need to give it time. Anything else, Spirit? We're not taking all of those. Should I take this one? Yes or no? Okay. Anything else, Spirit? There we go. Your kindness has changed my life. Any last channel messages from pile one's person to pile one? I think you are amazing. So yeah, this person has like nothing but good things to say about you. Definitely for the most part. I don't know about this. I only believe in science and facts. So they may not really like that part about you, the fact that you are into tarot or spirituality or something like that. But they really appreciate who you are as a person. Any last channeled messages from pile one's person to pile one? Should I read this one? Yes or no? Okay, let's read it. Bruh, how? See, that's why I came out. It like flipped out into my lap, and normally I really don't take those, but because I have a secret, they're like, I'm ready. So they're ready, I think, to start maybe making some changes, but they're not ready to fully grow, and they're not ready for you. Okay, so again, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time, and I'm even actually being told to put that back. I think if they're not ready right now, they will be ready pretty soon. I'm depressed, yeah. And that could be the whole thing about needing to see a counselor too. You know what I mean? It might be like needing to see a counselor to handle somebody's depression. Love doesn't feel like enough. Yeah, this person has some anxiety about lifestyle things when it comes to this relationship. And being in a relationship itself is a lifestyle. So they may be thinking about getting ready to make that lifestyle change of from being single to being in a relationship, but they also feel that there's some issues because it's like love isn't enough. Maybe they don't feel like they make enough money or something like that, or they're not totally comfortable if you make more money than them. They might not be comfortable with that. Any other last channel messages, Spirit? You have changed me. There's two talks about changing, right? Your kindness has changed my life. You've changed me. Should I take this one? I'm not going to take this one. So yeah, I think they're ready, like I said, to start making changes, but they're not ready to be with you. All right. Spirit, thank you so much for helping us with these channeled messages. Appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and to like this video. Let me know down below a little bit more about your situation because I'm nosy and I just want to know. I love you. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I hope that this message connected with you and resonated with you. And I wish you all the best of luck. And again, I am going to say, you know, don't be afraid to talk to your person. We do have the idea of game playing here and being very calculated and making calculated moves. And if that's how you want to play this, then okay, go ahead. But there's no substitute for actually hearing things from the horse's mouth. And it's so funny that I said that because in the Identifiers, we had like horse girls come out. It wasn't a literal slip that said horse girls, but like the Saddle Club came out, Tina Belcher came out, and then something to do with like a ranch kind of came out. And now I'm saying hear it from the horse's mouth, which is like a colloquial saying to say like go and ask the person who you're, you know, wondering about, ask them for their opinion themselves, right? So there's nothing better than hearing it from the horse's mouth. That's what I'm going to say. Don't forget, I do have tarot journals down below if you feel like you need a place to keep your tarot readings and your tarot results. The link is in the description box. I also have abundance journals for sale down below as well. But yeah, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye. What it do, pile two? Hey, pile two people. I'm so excited to be here with you. Thank you so much for being here with me. It takes two to tango. Two for pile two. Anyway, done being corny now. You guys can't see me. I just did like a little, I stuck out my tongue like, Very silly energy coming through here, pal, too. That's fun. I don't know what that's about. I guess we'll find out in the reading. This is going to be the identifiers portion. So if you want to skip straight to the cards, there is another timestamp down below where you can do that. It will just say pal 2 reading. So yeah, let's go ahead and get our identifiers out. These are ways for you to confirm that this reading is in fact for you. If you like that, if you want to, you can. Feel free to stay. If you don't want to, like I said, there's another timestamp down below that's labeled pile 2 reading. Anyway, Spirit, pile 2. Well, first of all, let me let go of all my pile 1 people. Thank you. I appreciate it. Go in peace. Let's make space. I'm actually going to ring my little sound bowl. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Spirit, who are my pile 2 people? Pile 2 people and the people that they're interested in, their guides, angels, benevolent ancestors, higher selves, are all involved in pile 2. Who's pile 2? Can you tell us who's in pile 2, Spirit? Anybody else in pile 2? While I'm doing this, this is a perfect time for you to like this video, to hit the thumbs up, and to subscribe to the channel. Yes. You're not doing anything else. Go ahead and hit it. Go ahead and do it. Anybody else in pile 2? Pile 2lians. All right. Oh, you guys have a lot. There's a lot going on here. Okay, cool. I was telling pile 1, which you may have watched, but you probably didn't, but you never know. I was telling pile 1 that I kind of use like the popcorn rule to know when to stop swirling around in the bowl. They say that, and if this is new information to you, congratulations, that's exciting. But they say that when you're making microwave popcorn that you should count, like after, you know, a lot of the popping is done and things are starting to slow down. After the last pop, you count 1, 2, 3 seconds. And if nothing pops in that 3 seconds, then that means that your popcorn is done and you want to turn it off. Otherwise, you risk burning it. But if even one kernel pops during those 3 seconds, then just, start your 3 seconds over from the new kernel, right? So that's a way to make sure you don't get burnt popcorn and that you get to use up most of the kernels instead of having a whole bunch of kernels down at the bottom. But I use the same thing here. Oh, I don't know if you guys just heard a whole bunch of honking outside, but it will. So like I'll spin it 3 times, and if something doesn't come out, then that's how I know that we're done with the bowl. Anyway, fun fact, just a little fun Empress of Fortune lore for you. Anyways, let's go. We have here Kimberly from 90 Day Fiance. If you know, you know. 90 Day Fiance Hive, stand up. She was dating this guy named Usman. They were on before the 90 days. Along for the Ride by Sarah Dessen. That is both a book and a movie. What do we have here? Houston, Texas. That also could be Houston. So Houston Street in New York. Makes me think of Soho. Sweet Love by Anita Baker. Sweet Love. Sorry about that, guys. Just kidding. We have here We Used to Be Friends by the Dandy Warhols. So maybe you're asking about somebody that you used to be friends with. But that is the theme song to Veronica Mars. A long time ago, we used to be friends, but I haven't thought of you lately at all. Okay, Doctor Strange, Marvel. I believe he's played by Benedict Cumberbatch. I don't really know that much else about him. And I feel called to say that for some reason, I don't know why, I feel like I need to tell you this personal detail of my life. I really love Veronica Mars, but I have never seen the 4th season. So, yeah, I don't know why I feel like I needed to say that to you guys. Anybody else? Let me know in the comments. Stuffed grape leaves. That could be like your favorite food. Oh, I forgot to explain how these work. I do that every time. So basically, the way that these work is that at least one of the things on these slips should be like significant to you somehow. Or it could have just shown up in your life recently, like in the past few days, weeks, or months, but in a way that like is memorable. So maybe a few months ago you learned how to make stuffed grape leaves and it was like a really good memory for you. Maybe stuffed grape leaves are your favorite food. Maybe you just had some yesterday or you heard somebody talking about them yesterday or something like that, right? So that is how these work. All right, let's keep going. Dupe, makeup, trickster. So like dupe is supposed to be shorthand for duplicate. Or it could be like somebody's duping you. Somebody's tricking you. Endings, beginnings. That's a movie starring Shailene Woodley. And all of a sudden, like, my silly energy just kind of, like, drained. Like, went away. There's a little bit of it left, but it was like there was, like, a slight frustration. Angus, Songs in Full Frontal Snogging. That's a book. The Louise Richardson written book about Georgia Nicholson. She's like a teenager. It's like you're reading her diary. It's very funny. Bacon. So that could be the food bacon. It also makes me think of Kevin Bacon. Juicy by Doja Cat featuring Tiger. I said tiger. It's Tyga. Tiger. All right. We've got Hyphy by Federation. I just took a break, you guys. I had to take a break in the middle of it because I was telling you I had like this like weird energy drain feeling. So I went and I did a little self-care and now I'm back. Anyways, we've got Swing Swing by the All-American Rejects. Swing, swing, swing from the tangles of my heart is crushed by a former love. Okay, Bluebird by Miranda Lambert, or Bluebird by Charles Bukowski, or just Bluebirds in general. I still really want to keep singing Swing Swing, so that song is very much coming through. Bluebird by Charles Bukowski is a poem, and by Miranda Lambert, it's a song which is based off of the poem. We've got Rascal Flatts here, a little country group. What Hurts the Most is coming through right now. What hurts the most is being so close. I don't know the next words, so. Company by Drake and Travis Scott. I need some company. Brand new. So something could be brand new, like Papa's Got a Brand New Bag is coming through, but that is also intended to be the band brand new. Jessie Lacey sucks though. Just had to say that. Anyways, Lemonade by Gucci Mane. I got Lemonade Unlimited. What's here? Hand in My Pocket by Alanis Morissette. One hand in my pocket, the other one is flicking a cigarette or throwing a peace sign. So it's like this gesture here is good. Anniversary, Tony, Tony, Tony. Here we have Linkin Park, the band. What Hurts the Most is like really coming through right now. What hurts the most? Philadelphia. Okay, Philly. Now I'm thinking about Boy Meets World and how Eric would always go, they were based outside of Philadelphia. Good by Better Than Ezra. And now my camera just died, so lots of interruptions going on here. But anyway, we've got Taste, Tyga featuring Offset. Can I get a, what? All right, we got Wake Up in the Sky by Gucci Mane, Bruno Mars, and Kodak Black. So 2 Gucci Mane songs came out. Interesting. Shout out to Guwap. Here we go. Let's see what's next. Nashville. So yeah, a little country energy here. Nashville, Tennessee. What hurts the most? Picture by Sheryl Crow. I told you guys, a little country energy. Picture by Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock. Earrings. So you could have a lot of earrings. Maybe you're wearing like your favorite earrings today. Maybe somebody just gifted you some earrings. Or you gave somebody some earrings. Evermore by Taylor Swift and Bon Iver. Nicki Minaj, Marilyn Monroe. So Nicki Minaj has a song named after Marilyn Monroe, but either of those 2 people could be relevant. Maybe you're a Barb. Maybe you're just a really big Marilyn Monroe fan. Footloose by Kenny Loggins. So yeah, I feel like my energy just got low again. I don't know what that's about. This pile, there's something like that coming through. Chucks, that could be like Chuck Taylor's. It also makes me think of chuckles, like chuckling. And then also Chucky Finster from Rugrats. Karaoke. You could be a karaoke addict like me. I was going to say karaoke fiend, but then I ended up saying addict. I don't know why. Picture is a really popular karaoke song. People like to sing that a lot. Los Angeles. I almost wanted to say Los Angeles. I don't know why. But yeah. That song, What Hurts the Most, Will Not Leave Me Alone. Okay. Cardi B. What hurts the most? Being so close. 500 Days of Summer. It's a movie starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zooey Deschanel. What hurts the most? 4th of July, Independence Day in the USA. And this song, Good, mentions it. And then I'm also now thinking about that Marilyn Monroe thing where she's like, Happy birthday, Mr. President. But if you're not in the United States and your country does have an Independence Day, then whatever day that is could be significant. But in the song Good, they say like, maybe I'll call or write you a letter. Maybe I'll see you the 4th of July. But I'm not too sure and I'm not too proud. I'm not too sure and I'm not too proud. It was good living with you. All right, Sufjan Stevens, musician. Kiki's Delivery Service. That's a movie, a little animated movie about a witch who delivers stuff. Betty Davis, iconic musician. She was also married to Miles Davis, so you may know her through that. Dorito Loco Tacos. The DLTs from Taco Bell. Cricket. So that could be the game of cricket, or it could literally be crickets, like the insect. Who else? Patti LaBelle. Okay, diva. We got diva energy coming through. She ain't no diva. That's Beyonce. Give Me Something Real by Ashford and Simpson. Give me something real. Okay, number 8. So that could be the month of August, which would be Leo Virgo energy. 888 could be relevant. You could live on the 8th floor, 8th street, the 8th apartment building. You could have 8 could be your favorite number. 8 could be in your address. Spinach. Okay, healthy. Look at you with your healthy self. Uninvited by Mallrat. That's a song. Smiles are always toothless, but I run out of excuses, so I have to play excited, but I wish that I was uninvited. Okay, Justin Timberlake, JT. Blueberries. Yum. So that could be like blueberry muffins or just blueberries, blueberry pancakes. Now I'm thinking about that song Banana Pancakes by Jack Johnson. Work from home, Fifth Harmony. We go work from home. Oh, oh. We go work from home. Annie Mac, British radio DJ. Actually, I don't know if she's British. I know she's from the UK. But that doesn't mean she's from Great Britain. Aaron Taylor Johnson. His little sexy self. He's so hot. At least he is at the time of me filming this. He's an actor. Collage. Okay, collage. I feel like that one has never come out before. That's so funny. That might be the first time it's ever come out. 38. The number 38 could be relevant somehow. So also maybe could 1938. Or we actually have 838 or 388. That might be relevant. Maybe your age ends in the number 8. Lose My Breath by Destiny's Child. I definitely feel like I've been losing my breath during this part. Like when I keep saying like my energy is like low, it's like I can't breathe. I'm like, can you keep up? Baby boy, make me lose my breath. Okay, road trip. What is that from Romy and Michelle's high school reunion? I don't remember what they say when they're like going on a road trip, but they have like a special saying. Vietnam. Okay, let's see. And now I'm thinking about that thing like Good Morning Vietnam. I don't know what that comes from. I've never seen that movie. Childish Gambino. Can you keep up? Baby boy, make me lose my breath. Bring the noise, make me lose my breath. Keep me high, make me lose my... The Format, that's a band. The guy, Nate Rouse from Fun, that was his band before he was in Fun. Here we go. Doctor by Remy Wolf. I don't want to be your doctor. Herm. What's next? Ruffles. That could be chips or fabric. I'm also thinking now about like ruffling somebody's feathers. Or maybe somebody's hair. Ruffling somebody's hair. Sunflower. Oh, that's cute. And that also makes me think of that song Sunflower by Post Malone, which I think was in a Spider-Man movie. Confidence. Can you keep up, baby boy? Make me lose my breath. Angela Bassett. I'm getting a little Heart of Dixie energy here. Angela Bassett, her initials are AB, and then Cricket came out, and those are 2 characters from Heart of Dixie, but Angela Bassett is not in that show. Just her initials are. The Majesties by Tiffany Sao. It's a book. Shout out to Angela Bassett, though. Amazing actress, prolific actress, beautiful, gorgeous actress. Honeybee by The Head and the Heart. Honeybee, did you imagine where our lives would lead? That silly ring, it wasn't meant to be. Really, Really by Kevin Gates. All my diamonds shine 'cause they're really diamonds. Bad bitches in line, they be really trying. Bantu knots. Okay, maybe you got Bantu knots in your hair. Maybe you just learned what Bantu knots are. Maybe you heard somebody talking about that. Maybe you did some Bantu knots on somebody. Oklahoma. I really want to like say that as like a cheer. Like, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, Homa. I don't know where that came from. I just really wanted to do that. I have no idea. Throat chakra. Okie dokie. That CH sound is really coming through, like from chucks and chakra. And so also from Childish Gambino. Ukraine. With any of these countries, like maybe you're from there, maybe your family's from there, maybe you visited there recently, or it was like a very memorable time there. Nana by Trey Songz. Oh, Nana. Look what you done started. Oh, Nana. Why you gotta act so naughty? Paralyzer by Finger 11. I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. I'm gonna make you move because you're standing still. Lil Sebastian from Parks and Recreation. He was a mini horse. Bye bye, Lil Sebastian. Beverly Hills by Weezer. Or just Beverly Hills, or just Weezer. Any of those. Pull Up by Abra. Pull up to your crib, riding shoddy shoddy. Ballet Slippers by OPI. That could be actual ballet slippers, or it could just be like a nail polish color. It's actually not by OPI. I found that out the other day. It's by Essie. Or just OPI in general, I guess. That's so funny. The number 4, so that's the month of April. That could be Aries or Taurus energy. You might be seeing 444. You might live on the 4th floor. Could be 4 people in your family, 4 kids in your family. You could live in apartment number 4 or on the 4th street or whatever. Something like that. You get it. You get what I'm saying. 4 could be your favorite number. Permission by Ro James. Ooh, that's a sexy little song. What do we have here? Teddy Pendergrass. Speaking of sexy songs, okay. Nice, nice. Let's see. I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you. We've got key tattoo. So maybe you have a key tattoo. And also I forgot to mention that since this is a reading like about another person and channel messages from them, these things could apply to them as well. So like maybe the other person has a key tattoo. Let's see. Bracelet. Okay, jewelry coming through. We had earrings, we had bracelet. Nice. Nice. I don't know why I keep saying nice like that. Number 3. 3 is coming through. That's March, so that's Pisces and Aries energy as well. You could be seeing 333. All the same things I said about 4 and 8 coming through. Also, the numbers now 834, 483, 348, 438. Or any combination thereof could be significant somehow. As well as that number 38 up there at the top. Bali, Indonesia. Indonesia coming through pretty strongly. The Majesty is partially set in Indonesia. This book right here is partially set in Indonesia. Helena by My Chemical Romance. Okay. And then last but not least, here we go. This is the last one. Sherm. Kiki Palmer, baby, that's Kiki Palmer. Okie dokie. All right, you guys. Lookalikes could be an interesting thing here. Kiki Palmer and Angela Bassett, they definitely look alike. So there's that energy coming through. I also wanted to say that I felt like a teeny tiny bit of New Girl energy coming through, but Yeah, anyway. We have some initials that I want to bring up. TS is coming through. We've got Travis Scott, Taylor Swift, Trey Songz. Also KB, Kevin Bacon. I mentioned for Bacon earlier. And then also we had it with Kodak Black. And then Tyga has come up twice with that song Taste, and then also Juicy. AB came up twice. I mentioned AB earlier, but I didn't think about Anita Baker as well. These two are actually like right on top of each other. So, and then the movie Footloose, which stars Kevin Bacon, and we also have the theme song from it, Footloose, here by Kenny Loggins. So the movie Footloose is coming through as well. And speaking of stars in their movies, I forgot to mention that this Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging, that was made into a movie called Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, and Aaron Taylor Johnson played the love interest named Robbie in that movie. I'm going to go write these down in my tarot journal. I do have tarot journals for you guys. If you are interested, the link is down below in the description box. I also have abundance journals down there as well too, so go check those out. But either way, I'm going to go write these down in my tarot journal, and I'll see you guys in just a second for your reading. Hey there, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's get into it. This is the part with the cards. So we're going to use this Truths deck to find out some more about your situation, and also the tarot as well, and then we'll get into the channeled messages. But let's see, what do we have here? Insecurities. Oh, okay. So there's some insecure energy coming through with this connection. Let's see. Spirit, what else can you tell me about this connection between Pile 2 and their person, the person that they're asking about? We got here single parent. All right, I'm not going to take any reversals here. So one of you guys might be a single parent, but maybe both of you guys are single parents, but there could be some insecurity around that as well. Friendship, this might be somebody that you're friends with. And if somebody in this connection doesn't have a child, it might be that they have a major responsibility that they have to attend to and prioritize. Her, okay. And then we have movement. So this is making me think that this might be like the feminine energy in the connection. Of course, both people could be femmes. That's totally possible. We have cold here for cold-hearted. What do I have? Codependency. Anything else to describe this connection? Chemistry. Okay, chemistry. That's good. All right, so I think we're going to leave this aspect here with this. Let's go ahead and bring these down to avoid a glare. And then I'll put the tarot up here when we get to it. So yeah, this might be somebody that you're just friends with. You or they may have, like I said, some kind of like larger than life priorities going on. There is chemistry between you guys, and possibly, especially if you guys are friends, there could be some codependency going on here as well. You guys might rely on each other for a lot of things. I'm thinking about in New Girl, where there was the episode about like Nick being Jess's fluffer and how he would like do all this kind of stuff for her that wasn't super fair of her to be asking him, because it was like normally stuff that you would ask maybe like a romantic partner to do for you, like building a dresser, and things like that. And they weren't dating at that time. And he would like basically give her all the emotional support that she needed while she was like out there dating other guys. So that is kind of what this reminds me of a little bit. I'm wondering if maybe one of you guys travels a lot or is always on the go, or if maybe one of you moved away from the other person. But there is still quite an attachment here. I would be surprised if you weren't talking to this person. So hopefully this resonates for you. That would let me know that this is your pile, but I would be surprised if you were not talking to this person. So like, I think you and this person are in contact, possibly even quite often. This might be somebody that you lean on pretty heavily. Interestingly enough, I see in this picture here, like she, you know, these two people, they say king and queen on them, and they're all kind of cuddled up, but she's like looking at her phone almost like she's texting somebody else, right? I feel like you and this person hold each other in very high esteem. And the relationship is good, but for some reason it is not a romantic one yet. If it is, like, if the chemistry has been expressed, then it's not like a serious commitment. I'll also say if there is a commitment here, it is mostly based upon a friendship, and one person might have like friendlier feelings than the other one, meaning that yes, there's chemistry here, but they still kind of mainly see you as a friend and maybe not as a long-term option, but they don't want to let you go and like do your own thing because they're codependent on you. There's also like the idea of carrying somebody is coming through pretty strongly here. My stomach is hurting so bad right now. I don't know if that, it like very suddenly kind of came on, so I don't know. And now it's like gone. Now it doesn't really hurt so much anymore. So I guess that's a message for somebody as well. But the idea of carrying someone, because both of these people in the friendship card here and in the chemistry card are being carried. One person getting carried on the other one's back, and then the other one is like being carried in the front. But I guess technically in the single parent card, somebody's getting carried as well too. But it's not really the same. I do think that there's a lack of honesty and transparency here. I'm getting some sneaky energy going on. For a very, very, very few of you, I could see this being like a sneaky link situation. But yeah, I don't think you guys are fully honest with each other. I feel like you need each other, but there's either hurt feelings or you don't really feel like you can fully say exactly what you mean. And that could definitely come from these insecurities here. So yeah, if that sounds accurate to you, then let's keep going with this reading. And if not, there are 2 other piles, so go check those out. But yeah, let's use the tarot. Spirit, what can you tell us about this connection between pile 1 and their person that they're asking about? Or not pile 1, I'm so sorry, pile 2. Spirit, what can you tell me about the connection between pile 2 and the person that they're asking about? Pile 2, we're looking for pile 2's energy and the person that they're asking about. What's going on there? Alrighty, let's see. We got here the 9 of shells. That's the 9 of cups here in reverse. Whenever that card comes out, I always say that it's like everything is perfect except for one thing, but that one thing is like really important. So somebody is not the other person's dream partner. Not the other person's dream girl, dream guy, dream person. Yeah, there is something unfulfilling about this connection that's blocking it. 3 of wings, 3 of swords, heartbreak, sorrow coming through. It could be that whoever's not the dream person knows that they're not the dream person, and it causes them a lot of heartbreak and sorrow. I mean, it could cause the other person heartbreak and sorrow too, because it's like maybe they wish that they could give more in this connection, but the Hanged Man. Yeah, that's stalling. This connection is stalling. And when I say stalling, I mean it's like stalled out like a car, stalled out. But stalling also can mean like you're trying to buy time for something. And I almost get the sense of somebody like stalling time using the other person. And not using them necessarily as a placeholder, because I tried to say that and Spirit was like, no, not really. But more just like they're, you know, waiting things out. I'm trying to see what's on the bottom of the deck right now. We've got here 2 of wings, balance, indecision or disagreement coming through. I'll leave that there for now. Spirit, any additional cards? The moon, there's fear. And secrets. I did mention some sneaky shit going on, some secrets as well. These 2 cards here, Princess of Gems, that's the Page of Pentacles. And then we have Death, the Death card. Don't be scared, it's not like a scary thing. Princess of Pentacles could represent a child. It also could represent putting in some effort towards something and creativity, creating something as well. Okay, that's it. We're going to leave that there. Let's go ahead and, all right, so yeah. there's like this idea of fear of like what happens if I let this person go? What happens if I, maybe don't put in the time with this person? I think somebody thinks that if they continue to put in the time, then maybe things will change or they'll work out. They will transform. They could maybe quote unquote get out of the friend zone if they, just keep on caking, keep on putting in that time. They think that they could get out of the friend zone. I definitely get the feminine energy is the one kind of like running the show, on top, wearing the pants, that kind of thing. Somebody could even be supporting the other person in this scenario. And it doesn't have to be full on support, but it could be like sending money here and there for certain needs or certain things like that. But I do see this being like a major connection, like very important to both people, because we have 3 major arcana cards here: the Hanged Man, the Moon, and Death. And I'm wondering about this idea of like changing your perspective on secrets. I think in the past, or never, not let me say in the past, I think a lot of people think about secrets and they feel, like secrets are no fun, right? But everybody has them. And so I think there's this idea of like changing an attitude towards secrets to say like it's okay for somebody to, have a secret, or for somebody to maybe keep something from me because like that's their business and they don't owe me anything anyway. There's always this like idea of not being owed anything because you guys aren't in a relationship. If you are in a relationship with this person, I really don't think this is your pile. I'm just going to say that. And I mean like a romantic committed relationship by that. At least currently, if you are. I think somebody's also afraid of their life changing. Like, let's say that there is a child involved, right? I think somebody's afraid of like what that responsibility would look like and how it would kind of end their current lifestyle as they know it. And that causes them a lot of discomfort that I don't think that they're probably revealing to the other person. I think it's interesting that collage came out in our identifiers, and then like these cards have collages on them for these major arcanas and the court cards. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that slip, but collaging or art could have something to do with it, or the idea of just like putting things together from different sources. That also makes me think of a blended family. And yeah, like taking responsibility for somebody or something that's not really your responsibility to begin with, but deciding to take responsibility for it. So that could be like somebody being a step parent or adoption or something like that coming through as well. This chemistry card is really sticking out to me. And I think that's kind of like the thing that keeps this going, this connection going, is that the fact that there is chemistry here and that you guys like to spend time together. Even if things are kind of stalled out right now, even if it is just a friendship at this point, or, it hasn't made that leap into a commitment, a committed connection, the chemistry is like, it's really it's keeping things interesting here. So I kind of feel like this person, whoever is here, they want to, like I said, they're just going to keep hanging in there. They're like, I'm hanging in there until something changes, until my opportunity comes, my window of opportunity comes, I'm also even getting the idea of somebody like deciding, let me be friends with this girl. Yeah, she's a mom, but like that kid is going to turn 18 someday, and then that kid will be out of the house, and then me and the mom can be together, and I don't really have to like, do all that much. I don't have to like be a parent if I don't want to be. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let me, just put in my time now, and we'll keep things kind of unofficial, but, soon enough, the time will come and the right time will be there, and things are going to change. Because it's like all things must come to an end. This too shall pass. Not every situation is a permanent situation. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, even if it's like a long-term situation, it's not forever. And so this person is willing to wait until that time comes. When things change. Interesting. That's so funny. All right, I'm gonna go. We have these other cards here. I feel like we can use these to start the channeled messages. This is like a true love reading card. So, Spirit, let's get some channeled energy from Pile 2's person. What does Pile 2 need to know about them? What would they say to Pile 2? We got here maturity. What did I say? I said waiting for somebody to grow up and move out of the house so that they can come in. This is literally so funny to me. And you know why it's so funny to me is because I've literally been in this position. I get it. I understand. It's like, let's say that you're dating this guy and he has like a 17-year-old son or something like that, right? And you're like, okay, well, the son only has 1 more year before the son moves out. And then me and so-and-so, we can be alone in the house, right? That kind of thing. Or I'm also thinking now, I'm getting like evil stepmother energy. I'm thinking about that stepmom or stepmom-to-be from The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan, where she like wanted to send the girl off to a boarding school. That's definitely coming through right now. Anyway, maturity. Yeah, I think that this person, there could be a big age difference between you and the person that you're asking about. That could be possible. Or there could just be the idea of like one person is a lot farther along in life in terms of the things that they've had to deal with. Like if somebody's a parent and another person's not a parent, that being a parent really ages you. It really grows you up. It makes you responsible for a lot of different things that somebody who's not a parent doesn't have to deal with, right? So there could be this idea of like, I'm more grown than you. I have more life experiences than you. You need to grow up is also something that I'm getting. There's also the idea of somebody maybe writing a will or being included in a will is coming through. Interesting. Are there any more cards here? Okay, we've got serendipity. And again, this idea of like paradise being right around the corner, that's like literally depicted on this card. She's like, she's sailing through and there's all these rocks here she can't see. That right around the corner from these rocks is like this paradise. So yeah, somebody's definitely like waiting something out. They're waiting for it. They're like, it's not going to be that long now. With this Princess of Gems, they're willing to put in the time and they're willing to put in the effort, but it's like minimal amount of effort. The minimal amount of effort that they can. And I want to say that like, there doesn't have to be a single parent in this connection. It could just be that somebody has something, like I said, that is like a really big priority to them. That is more of a priority to them than you and your connection. Or if it's you, then the other person and your connection, okay? But I do feel like things between the two of you guys have been pretty serendipitous. And if you don't feel that way, the other person definitely does. They're like, all these like signs and symbols are happening. Maybe they're seeing angel numbers that remind them of you, or they constantly see things that remind them of you. Or they just feel like it was kind of like fated that you guys met, or maybe the way that you guys met was like really like cute, kind of like a meet cute in a movie, Yeah, this person definitely holds you very dear. They cherish you in a way. And they think about you and they consider you is something that I want to say. Like they consider you in their next moves. They consider you in terms of their life. And they see you being a part of their life for, I think, a long time. Whether that is in a romantic context or a friendship context, they definitely see you being a part of their life for a long time. All right, I'm going to get one more card here. Intimacy. They want it. That's what I've been saying. They want it. They want that thing. I don't know why I said it like that. They really do. They want it so bad. It's like, it's too much. It's almost too much. But what's so funny is that the way that these people are positioned is so different than the way that these other couples are positioned on here. In all of these other pictures, the woman is on top. But in this picture, it's like the man is like above the woman. Like she's the one who's like burrowing into his chest. You know what I mean? So they kind of want, they like can't wait for the switch up. They're so ready. They can't wait for the switch up. And you know, you don't have to be a woman watching this, you know, thinking about a man. This easily could be a man watching this thinking about a woman, or a non-binary person watching this thinking about a trans person, whatever. I'm just saying that whoever is quote unquote on the bottom right now, they think about switching it up so that they have more of a dominant role in the other person's life. That's what they want. That's what they feel like would be the ideal setting in a relationship with you. All right, we're going to take from the bottom of the deck now. We got here the Garden. Ooh, yeah, this person, like I said, paradise right around the corner. They feel like you guys are, I don't want to say meant to be. I think it's just more like they imagine like all of the bliss that you guys could have if you were in a relationship. Like, this is like the most blissful place. They just imagine being blissed out with you, relaxing, hanging out, being, you know, naked, chilling. This person also might like to do it outdoors. They might have like a little public fetish situation going on here. But yeah, they just think like you guys being together, they would be so abundant. It would be amazing. It would be blissful. It would be intimate. They have like all of these thoughts and feelings about what that would be like. And they're willing to wait. They are willing to wait. Whether or not that's actually true, like that it would be like this and it would be like this, there's no, like, that's not what the cards are saying. But what the cards are saying right now is like this person, yeah, they're upset about the way that things are, but they're willing to wait until things get better. And even if things are stalled out right now, even if there are secrets between you guys, even if, you know, they're stuck in the friend zone or whatever, they know things are going to get moving eventually. They know that things are going to move on forward at some point, and that's their chance to get in there like swimwear, okay? Yeah, that's so funny. All right, let's go ahead and get some channeled messages from them. And this time, in the first pile, I like spread these cards out. These are channel messages I made by myself. I spread these cards out and just picked them out like out from there. But this time, I think I'm just going to pick them from the bag, from the bag. So let's see. All right, Spirit's like, no, spread them out again. Let's do it again. Fine. Fine, Spirit. I'm gonna have to spread this into two. Let's see. All right, Spirit. If pile two's person could say anything to pile two, what would they say? If pile two's person could say anything to pile two, what would they say? Okay, let's see. Okay, we got this one. I understand the choice or choices that you made. Okay. If pile two's person could say anything to pile two, what would they say? Oh, okay. You wasted my time. Ooh. Yeah, there's a little bit of upset here, especially with this Three of Swords here as well. What would pile two's person say if they could say anything to pile two? I guess this is where the deck would have cut, because I did shuffle this between pile one and now, so maybe I guess this is where the deck would have cut. That's funny. I feel so awkward about this. I think like the waiting is making them feel awkward, and also the position that they have in your life is making them feel awkward. I'm pushing you away. If pile two's person could say anything to pile two, what would they say? Yeah, okay. This is like a hot spot right here. If pile two person could say anything to pile two, what would it be? My health is getting in the way. Interesting. Page of Pentacles can talk about health situations as well. Alright guys, my camera died again. So yeah, we're getting a lot of interruptions during pile two today. I don't know what that's about. But before my camera died, I thought I was still recording, and these two last cards came out. I'm being loyal and I'm scared of what's about to happen. So we've got a lot of different interpretations going on here. I will say that I feel like this person who you're asking about, they kind of keep going back and forth with this balance here, this Two of Swords in reverse. They cannot make a decision of what they want to do with regards to your connection. And I think that's part of the reason why they feel awkward about this, but also they're like, you wasted my time. they want you, but they also feel like their time was wasted in some way. And on top of that, they also have certain things going on in their life that maybe would not make them like the best partner. So for some of you guys, this could be like mental health issues. This could also literally be physical health issues, anything from like an actual pregnancy to like problems with their teeth. Maybe, you know, they have like bad teeth or something like that, and it could be causing them insecurities, right? Or it could just be that like they need to prioritize their money to take care of their teeth or to take care of their health issues. I also mentioned earlier that like my stomach was hurting, like really suddenly a stomach pain came on. So somebody might have like some stomach issues that are getting in the way, whether that is like, you know, IBS or actual like cancer or something like that. There's just something that is not really allowing them to take the space in your life that they would like to take. And so I am not surprised if they're pushing you away, but there's like a lot of push and pull energy here because they definitely want you. Like they recognize the chemistry and they think that things could be good, but it's just like now is not the right time, or they're just not ready to take on the responsibility of this. But in the meantime, they are being loyal to you, especially emotionally, but maybe even physically they're being loyal to you. They might be like, if I can't have pal 2, then I don't really want anybody else. So, and you guys aren't going to hear me because I'm going to edit it out, but I've been burping a lot during this reading, like a lot. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking like gastrointestinal issues could be a problem for this person. But they do, like, they really, I just heard the word desperately. They desperately want to be close to you, and they really think about, like, the potential bliss that could happen, kind of like once all of this bullshit in their life and your life, quote unquote, passes on. And I'm not trying to say passes in the, like, way of, like, this death card here. I'm not saying it like that, but I just mean, like, time. Things take time to, you know, get resolved. And I think that these are things that neither of you really have control over, and so that's why time is the best medicine for this situation. Okay, so we're going to get some more channeled messages from this deck. Shout out to Queen Alice Love over at Love Exists Visions. This is her romance oracle. So yeah, Spirit. What would Pile 2's person say to Pile 2 if they could say anything? If they could say anything to Pile 2, what would they say? Or what are some channeled messages to Pile 2 from their person? I want you, but I shouldn't. Yep, there's a lot of holding back here. And that fear coming through. And of course this comes on the Hanged Man. So yeah. Channel messages from Pile 2's person to Pile 2. We've got, I am ready and please don't go. Yeah. I'm seeking revenge. Okay. I just have to laugh at that. I don't know why. But they definitely feel annoyed that you wasted their time, or that they feel like you wasted their time. I feel your wife-husband material. This person, like I said, they are wishy-washy, okay? And then I find you interesting. All right. Yeah, this person, with the desperation is coming through with this please don't go in all capital letters. Yeah. What are they seeking revenge for? Like, genuinely, I'm wondering did you do something to them? What happened? I love your body. You have changed me. What would Pile 2's person, like, what are the channel messages from Pile 2's person to Pile 2? Spirit. All right, we're not going to read this one. Should we read this one? Yes. Yeah, we're not going to read this one. If it wants to come out, say it with your chest. Okay, this one flipped over, so let's see what it says. If you let me, I'll take care of you. That's this intimacy card here, right? If you let me is being the operative word. If you let me. They want that dominant position in your life. I feel you are unpredictable. I get that too. And it's because this person is not a priority in your life. So like they can't predict how you're going to act, other than that you're going to deprioritize them whenever you have to. If I can't have you, nobody else can. Ooh. Yeah, this person is a little I wanted to say wackadoo. Okay. I also was thinking about this, like, when my camera died and I was thinking about the reading and thinking about the cards and stuff. I was like, this person kind of gives me, like, a selfish vibe. So, yeah. I don't know. I feel like they think that they're doing all these things for you, but really they're doing it for them. I have a secret. I knew it with the moon card here. I have a secret. Okay, what's the secret? Tell us what the secret is. Sorry for the way I handled things. This person regrets something that happened between the two of you. Yeah, they regret something that happened between the two of you. And that's why they say, I understand the choices that you made, because they kind of fucked up. This person fucked up somehow. They did something dumb. And it maybe was pushing you away. But they regret that. Anything else, Spirit, from Pile 2's person? Channel messages from Pile 2 person. So I am going to continue to read these. I want to see what else there is to say. This person could also have sleep issues as well. That might be an issue for them. But the insecurity is really coming through. And that's part of the reason why they want to, like, take up that space in your life. Like I said, they're willing to kind of, like, you know, put the time in until those major things change, because they feel like once those major things are over, then they can kind of slide in and take that romantic spot in your life. And they want to hold on to the codependency. They want you to be codependent on them because they don't want anybody else to, you know, come in and sweep you off your feet or come in and take their place. They're really afraid of that, actually. With this I am ready card here, I don't know why they're saying that, because I think that they're saying it because it's kind of like, it's like your call. You know, if you were to say, like, okay, person, if I'm ready to, you know, okay, person, if I were to, you know, deprioritize this thing that's been a big priority in my life for a long time and make you the priority, like, let's go, let's do it, then the person that you're asking about, they'd be like, hell yeah, brother. They'd be like, yeah, let me in there. I'm ready, let's do it. They're basically waiting for you to give them the go-ahead, you know, and that's why we have this I'm being loyal here. But I also think that they are a little bit afraid of committing because there's some sort of difference between you guys that makes them feel awkward. And like I said, it's for some of you guys, it could be an age difference and it could be uncomfortable for them. But for others of you, there's just some big difference between you guys that is making them feel weird, make them feel weird and awkward. I'm hearing now that song Big Difference by Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj did come out in our Identifiers. What are the lyrics to that song? Yeah, I'm just getting that you guys are not alike in some way, some very major way. I don't know what that is exactly, but there's a big difference between you guys. Go stream Big Difference by Nicki Minaj. Anyway, yeah, we have the Four of Swords here, and then we also have the Six of Swords here. This person is plotting. They're plotting. They have plans. They have plans on you. And that's just what it is. Like, they're waiting. They're like, no sleep, no rest, no sleep. And they have this, like, very, like I said, sweet and kind of immature vision of what things are going to be like when you guys are finally together. Finally together. And they're afraid that it's actually not going to look like that at all. But they can't really, like, admit that to themselves. I'm really curious about what this revenge is for. I guess it's more just this idea of wanting to be on top in the partnership, wanting to be the one who calls the shots in the partnership. And I'm wondering if they were in that position, like, it's so confusing because they have, if you let me, I'll take care of you, but then they also have I'm seeking revenge, right? And if I can't have you, nobody else can. So I kind of feel like they, like I said, very wishy-washy, like they swing back and forth between these kind of like extremes. But yeah, there's this fear and also this insecurity here that, like, if they actually did have some sort of authority in your life, then maybe they wouldn't handle it very well. Like maybe they would let this urge for revenge take over and maybe, like, not treat you the best. I'm definitely getting, like, emotional abuse. I don't want to say that, but I'm getting it, and I hate that. Hate that. Maybe also psychological as well. But yeah. This person, like, I don't want to say they don't know what to think, but I'm saying that their thoughts go between extremes when it comes to you. And yeah. What a reading. What a reading. Yeah, their mind like can't come to an accord. That's why we have this two of wings here. It's two of swords, and it says balance. So there's like an imbalance going on in the way that they think about this connection. And also in terms of the power in this connection, for sure. But yeah. I haven't done this for any of the other piles, but I'm feeling like I want to do it for you guys. I'm going to pull a card from this Ask Your Guides Oracle because I feel like I just want to give you guys some guidance. I just want to give you guys some guidance. Spirit, do you have any guidance for pile 2 about this connection and just in general about this connection? Let me do that again. Okay. Victory, interesting. Okay, let's see what that says from this book. Number 15 coming out. Yeah, Spirit wants you to know to not ever regret shining your light. And don't ever feel like you have to dim yourself or put yourself out of the spotlight for anybody else. That's really what they want you to know, okay? And they're going to make sure, like, they're going to help you make sure that that doesn't happen. All right, I'm also going to read a little bit about this Princess of Gems from the book that comes with the Enchanted Love Tarot, which is the tarot we used today. All right, so I think in the meantime, while this person's waiting for you, they also are presenting as somebody who is practical, who perseveres, who trusts their natural instincts. They're down to earth, they're good with their hands, and they are able to create wealth in some kind of way. They may have a small business or something like that as well, or be interested in business. Definitely this person is not afraid of getting their hands dirty or of, you know, doing honest work. And I think that that's why you kind of keep this person around, because they do have a lot of good qualities. And I was like getting weird vibes from this, and I was like, why would pile 2, you know, allow this person to stay in their life? Because I'm getting confused about what's going on here, right? And it's because you see all these great qualities in this person, even though they have insecurity or there's insecurity in the connection. We do have this 9 of shells here, it's 9 of cups here in the reverse. They have all these great qualities, they just don't have like the one quality that you're looking for, right? So you definitely see value in them. I know you see value in this person. And I think that Spirit also wants to tell you that it's okay to share the spotlight, but don't dim your own light for somebody else. And there could end up being, I hate to say this, I hate it because whatever. There could end up being a happy ending in this scenario for both of you guys. So just don't dim your light is really the message here towards the end. Because I understand how this person adds to your life. I do. And I understand that you guys have chemistry. I think that that's, both of those things are part of what's like kind of the glue that's keeping you all together, right? So yeah. For some of you, I don't think this is everybody, but for some of you, you guys might even work with this person. Or you may end up working with this person. And yeah, if that's the case, then I think that you guys will have success in that regard as well. All right, pile 2, thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video, to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. What's up, pile 3? Welcome, welcome. We're about to get into your identifiers. So if you'd like to skip this portion, there is another timestamp down below that will say pile 3 reading. And that will take you straight to the part with the cards. I feel like I'm like out of breath. I'm like over here like, maybe you and this person that you're asking about do things that, you know, make you out of breath, or maybe one of you guys has asthma, who knows. Anyway. Spirit, please connect me to my pile 3 people. their guides, angels, benevolent ancestors, and higher selves, and the guides, angels, benevolent ancestors, and higher self of the person that they're asking about. Who are my pile 3 people? We're getting channeled messages from their person. Who's in pile 3? While I am getting your identifiers out, this is the perfect time, a great time to subscribe to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and like this video. Give me a little thumbs up. It helps to spread the video farther, and anybody else who may need to see this message or hear this message, it helps them find it just a little bit easier. So yes, community, we love it. Anybody else in this pile? Any other people in pile 3? Any other people in pile 3? All right. Let's do this. All right, so the way that these identifiers work is that at least one of these things on these slips should be like really significant to you somehow. It should be familiar to you in a way that's like very memorable. It could have also just shown up in your life recently over the past few days, weeks, or months, but in a way, like I said, that was memorable. So like maybe if there is a song that comes out, you heard somebody playing that song yesterday, or maybe you and your friends like made a dance to that song a couple months ago and you like remember all the dance moves to the song. Or something like that. We've got Legally Blonde. Iconic film starring Reese Witherspoon as Elle Woods. They did also make it into a like Broadway play, so there's also I think a book. I think the book came first, but I don't know if it's like the exact same plot or not. But yeah. What do we have here? Is It a Crime by Sade. Okay, criminals. We got some criminals going on in this pile. We got Legally Blonde, which is a movie about a girl who becomes a lawyer, and now we have here Is It a Crime. So, Do we have some lawyers? Do we have some criminals in this pile? I don't know. 1894 by Amber Mark. That's a song. The number 7. That could be the month of July. 777, you might be seeing that. July is for Cancer and Leo. There could be 7 people in your family. You could live on the 7th floor. 7 might be like the first number of your street address. You could have 7 kids. Dang, that's a lot. I don't know. But okay, yeah, let's keep going. Maybe 7 is your favorite number. You were born on the 7th. Cheerleader by Omi, the Felix Jane radio edit. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Okay, Dig in My Grave, Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper from the movie A Star is Born. That is like one of my favorite movies. I love that movie so much. I love that song too. This Lullaby by Sarah Dessen. That's a book. Like a young adult book. I like her as a writer. She writes some interesting things. American Honey, that's a movie. So we got kind of like 2 like coming of age kind of stories right next to each other right there. Drew Barrymore by SZA. Is it warm enough for you outside, baby? What's this? Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. That's a movie. Oh, another Amber. 2 Ambers in a row. Well, not in a row, but they're like right on top of each other. So somebody's name could be Amber. Amber could be your favorite color or your favorite stone. The song Amber by 311 might be relevant. And then there have also been many Ambers on the Netflix show Love is Blind. It's like a dating show. So this one does say season 1, but there was an Amber on season 4 and on season 6. There were 2 Ambers. So yeah. Waterbenders from Avatar: The Last Airbender. All About Love by Bell Hooks. It's a book all about love. What the true meaning of love is. All Night Long by Lionel Richie. All night long, all night, all night. Nick Miller, New Girl. Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. That could be your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Big Rich Town, 50 Cent featuring Joe. That's the theme song to the TV show Power. You might also have an earth sign for your north node as well. Financially independent. All my women who independent, throw your hands up at me. All the honeys who making money, throw your hands up at me. Kendrick Sampson, actor. You might know him from Insecure or maybe The Vampire Diaries or some other places. Maurice Sendak, illustrator of children's books and TV shows. Graphic novel, speaking of illustrators, so somebody here might have like an affinity for illustration or even for comic books, or could be like a children's book illustrator or something. I Don't Want to Be by Gavin DeGraw. That's a song. It was also the theme song for One Tree Hill. So we got kind of like a little theme song situation going on here with Big Rich Town and I Don't Want to Be. Digging My Grave was not the theme song for A Star Is Born, but it was one of the songs that, like, it's an original song from the soundtrack. Pink Velvet. Okay, that's a fabric. Maybe that's like your favorite fabric. Maybe you have some of that in your house. Maybe you're wearing some right now, or you wore some yesterday. Or you're planning on wearing some to an event tomorrow or something like that. Monstera plant. Digging my. That's for Digging My Grave. Set It Off. Set It Off, Queen Latifah. That is a movie. She was one of the stars, along with Jada Pinkett Smith, Kimberly Elise, and I don't remember who else was in there. Vivica Fox. Blue or Blues. Blues meaning music, blue meaning the color. Also maybe Feeling Blue. Lights by Journey. Now making me think about blue lights. So maybe you have like a blue light mood going on in your spot right now. But Lights by Journey, that's a song. We have here Yacht. Okay, who's on a yacht right now? If you're on a yacht right now, let me know in the comments. Really Rosie, that is like a musical for children, for child actors. Carole King did most of the music for that musical. Romance novel. So somebody here could either be really into romance novels or maybe even write them. In this story here, this Lullaby by Sarah Dessen, the main character, her mom, was a romance novelist. So, yeah, interesting. BoJack Horseman. TV show, also the main character of the show. So the show was named after him. It's on Netflix. And then last but not least, we have voice. So your vocals could be like a really important part of your job. Or you might just be a vocalist in general. I'm hearing like voice actors as well. Interesting. But you know, lawyers, they often, especially if they're a litigator, they use their voice a lot. Some lawyers, like, they mostly just do contracts and they don't have to actually, like, go to court and stuff, but some lawyers do and they have to use their voice a lot, so things like that coming through. All right, y'all, I'm going to go write these down in my tarot journal. If you're interested in getting your very own tarot journal, the link is down below in the description box. There's also a link to an abundance journal that I created, so both of those are pretty cool. Go check those out, and I will see you guys in just a second for the reading. Hey there, pile 3. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and to like this video. Give it a little thumbs up. Let's see. We're talking about channeled messages from your person. We're going to get the energy of the connection here. We have shadow work, inner child. Interesting. So some of you guys may be really working on healing from either past relationships or maybe some trauma that has happened to you through your family since you were young, things like that. It's possible that the person that you're asking about may be working on this as well. Some of this may even just be ancestral. Yeah, I'm getting that because of the way that like her hair is tied up. It just is making me think of that for some reason. I don't know. But Yeah. I feel like you're open. You're in this space where you're like open to healing. I don't know how much of the work you've already done, but you're very open to healing, and I think that you are actively trying to heal. I'm feeling like little pricklies on my feet right now. Kind of like the pricklies that you feel when like one of your limbs is falling asleep, but like I know my feet aren't falling asleep. I just felt them. It was like this weird sensation that just came for a second and just passed. So you could have like a very thick skin as part of it, because you know you have like thicker skin on the soles of your feet than pretty much anywhere else in your body. But also thinking about just like you've been through a lot. It's like the idea of walking a mile in somebody else's shoes. You've definitely been through a lot, and it's like I don't know that other people would want to take a walk through the circumstances that you've been through. You may not look like what you've been through at all, but definitely I'm getting the vibe that you've been through a lot. Spirit, what can you tell us about Pile 3 and also about the connection that they have with their person? Okay, we got here high vibrational. All right, we're gonna put that, it came out like this, but more like leaning to the bottom, so I am gonna put that in the reverse, and Spirit is like, yeah, sure. What else can you tell us about this connection that Pile 3 has with this person that they're asking about? Lies came out, and so does walking away. You have a hard time walking away from whoever this person is. There's definitely not, whoever it is not being truthful. I'm gonna move these down and we'll put the tarot up at the top once we get to it. But just to kind of like keep it out of that glare. That glare is so bad. Anyway, I'm gonna do the best I can, y'all. Anyway, and I even feel like you're probably just trying to do the best that you can. I feel like that's like what's going on with you, just trying to do the best you can. But you're caught in this low vibrational situation with this person, and I think you guys probably are mirroring each other, or you're like on similar frequencies, and you have a very difficult time leaving this person alone. That song, Leave You Alone by Young Jeezy coming through. Yeah, I feel like you kind of like know that this person either hasn't been truthful with you, or maybe you're the one who has been telling lies in this scenario. But either way, we're missing some fundamental elements of a healthy relationship. Those are missing. And it's like when you look at this picture in the upright, it's like these two people are supposed to be transcending the 3D. But in the reverse, it just makes me think that like these two people are not able to bring their whole selves to the connection. Maybe it's like you're only seeing a shadow of kind of like what the truth is with this person or with this scenario. Spirit, can you give us more information? We have here no contact, but in the reverse, so you might not have been talking to this person for a while, and you either recently restarted contact with them, or you could be in an on and off kind of contact situation where maybe you don't hear from each other for a while, and then they kind of keep popping back up. That could be like a breadcrumbing situation. Or if you're still in no contact, then you might actually be hearing from this person soon. Oh. Someone wants to talk. Yeah. I also am like getting the vibe of like jail phone calls. We did have in our identifiers, like Legally Blonde came out, and so did Is It a Crime by Sade. And so I'm just getting that vibe. Also, so did Dig in My Grave by Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper from A Star Is Born. And just like the actual you know, imagery from that is coming through. So interesting. But yeah, I am getting like jail phone calls here. Obviously, take that if it resonates. That might only be for like 1 or 2 people who are watching this. It's most likely not for every person who's watching this video. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what these cards have to say. Changes. Ladies' Man in reverse. Responsibilities. Oh, missing you. Okay, so somebody's like, I've turned over a new leaf. I'm different. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Mm-hmm. 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 All right. I'm laughing because it's like, it's so funny. It's like they always come back. They always come back. They always come back. So yeah, this person, I think in the past, it's like we have like these two groups of cards here, right? There's this group that came out later, and then there was this group that came out at the beginning. So I think in the past, you and this person had a very toxic relationship. Whether or not you were actually in a full-on relationship doesn't really matter. You guys had a very toxic situation where one or both of you guys had a lot of shadow work to do, or you were facing your shadow by being in connection with this person. And it was like low vibrational, but you mistook it for high vibrational. You were not able to be your full true self around this person. And even though you knew you needed to walk away, you had a very difficult time doing so. Okay. And I think that there has been or was a very long period, or either a very long period of no contact or a period of breadcrumbing where this person would just give you, like I said, little snippets. But if they haven't come in saying yet that they wanted to talk already, you can expect that this person is going to come in and saying that they want to talk. You can expect to hear from this person pretty soon. And here's the story that they're going to tell. Here's what they're going to be like. They're going to be like, baby, I changed. I've changed for the better. What is that song? I don't remember. I feel like it's literally called Baby I've Changed. It is. It's called Baby I've Changed by Adam Richman, okay? I have not heard this song in forever. Let me take a look at it. Hold on. All right, yes. The song called Baby I've Changed by Adam Richman. And he's like trying to tell this girl about all the changes that he's made in his life. And he's like, I'm far closer now to the person that you want me to be, or that you would want me to be. You won't believe that it's me. I've changed for the better, and I really wish that you could see. This person is like, they really want you to know this. Whether or not it's true, I have a hard time believing that it's true, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens when the rest of the cards come out. I'm also thinking about that song Changes. Turn and face the strange changes. Time may change me, but I can't change time. That song was featured in Shrek. Butcher, and David Bowie, Changes. Yeah, so this person is trying to let you know that, like, they want to say that they have settled down. They're ready to settle down. They don't want to be, I don't want to be a player no more. There's a lot of music coming through right now. Still Not a Player by Bun B, okay? I don't want to be a player no more. I'm not a player, I just crush a lot, okay? And if you know the explicit version of that song, they say, I'm not a player, I just F a lot, right? So this person is wants to come in and let you know, I'm ready to settle down, baby. I'm ready for some real responsibility. I'm ready to, you know, step up and be the man that you want me to be. I've been missing you. This break, it needs to be over. I'm tired of this. I'm really attracted to you. And, you know, let's make some moves. But I'm not going to lie. I'm getting like settling energy here. And it's like, when I said that, it felt true, but it also felt a little bit unfair to say that. I don't know how long it's been since you last spoke to this person. And to be fair, time can change people. Things do happen. You never really know, like, one, what people are going through behind closed doors, but two, if somebody's not in your life, like, there's so many things that can go on in their life that you're just not aware of. You know what I mean? But this water sign being here in reverse makes me feel like this is a manipulation. Or that this person is not living in a space of emotional clarity. Okay? Going back to the idea of like a lot of things can happen, you know, in any amount of time period. This could, like, it reminds me of this whole thing where it's like, you know, maybe somebody goes through a tragedy and now all of a sudden they want to, let's say, okay, I'm going to give an example. This is just an example. Take the metaphor and apply it to your life or to the situation that you're in. But like, let's say like somebody's parent gets sick or somebody's parent passes away. And, you know, that can bring a lot of perspective for people. And they're like, what am I doing with my life? I'm wasting my life. It's time for me to, you know, get serious and settle down and blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, if their parent gets sick, they're like, oh, I need to get married before they pass away. And so they just like turn around and go try to find somebody. They're in this like emotional state where they're not actually making decisions based off of what they really want, but based off of this emotional wave that they're part of, okay? And I'm not trying to discount this person's feelings and say like they don't miss you or whatever, or that they haven't changed, because these cards are in the upright. And I think that they are really ready for some responsibilities, but there's always the question before of like, what the fuck was this? And when I say that, what the F was this, I mean like all of this bullshit that happened last time, or this bullshit that happened before, with this shadow work, this high vibration in reverse, walking away, the lies, how many lies were there? What were the lies? All that stuff. And it's like, if this person is like not going to actually come and say the truth, then like, what's the point? You know what I mean? I don't know how much you can trust this person. I'm not telling you not to trust this person. I'm just saying I don't know how much you can trust them, because I think a history like this is going to be difficult to move past. You may have a certain level of compassion for this person. You may have a soft spot or a weak spot for this person. Another song coming through, Soft Spot by Tommy and Puri. I can't help it. You're in my soft spot, right? My heart melted. You're in my soft spot. So yeah, you might have a soft spot for this person, or a weak spot for them. I don't know who left who or who cut contact with who. But I do feel like you have some sort of compassion towards them, because I do think there was like mirroring energy at the time that you guys were closer, even if it was like low vibrational mirroring energy. And the fact that you've done your own shadow work, and I think that you've come out of that successfully, I think that you can see and give grace for people who have been through that same process. So, like I said, I don't want to fully like discount this person here. I'm just saying that I do think that it could be difficult to forget all of the things that happened before. And then this water sign card being here in the reverse is troubling to me. That could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. What do we have here? Fantasy and seduction. Interesting. Can we clarify this water signs card, please, in reverse? Can you give us clarity for that? Pride in the reverse. That card sometimes makes me think about family, because it's like Alliance Pride is their family. And then here, I want you in reverse. Interesting that these two cards have like the same font on them, and they're both these white cards here. Any additional clarity, Spirit? Any additional clarity on this water signs in reverse card, or on this pride card, or even on the fantasy and seduction card? Anything else? All right, so I feel like this person is attracted to you, and they do have a fantasy when it comes to you, but I feel like it's false. I feel like this person really would be settling. Like, I get the sense that they think that they deserve better, and it's not like they deserve better, like you're not good enough, like you're not a good person cosmically. I think that they just feel like by accepting you into their life and settling for you, it's like they're putting their pride to the side. I think that you're not who that they initially imagined themselves with, or the type of person that they imagine themselves with. Again, that's not to say that they're not attracted to you. They are attracted to you. But I don't know that you are truly the type of person that they would fantasize about on a regular basis. Not to say that they haven't fantasized about you before. I just am feeling like maybe you're not their type. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, is maybe you're not their type. That's not to say that they don't find you attractive. There are some people who are objectively attractive, but still just aren't somebody's type. You know what I mean? And like, I hope it doesn't sound harsh. I hope I'm not hurting your feelings, but there's just like this water sign energy in reverse. It's like, what is this? What are you doing? I feel like there's like an obligation here, you know? And I almost wonder if like being with you would be a way to kind of like outwardly show other people that they're a changed person. Like, yeah, I've changed. Look who I'm with now. I've changed. I'm different. You know, all that shit that mattered to me before doesn't matter to me now. Almost like they're like trying to prove a point. I don't like that. I don't like that. We're going to get the tarot out to see some additional information about this. Spirit, tell us more about pile 3 and pile 3's person, their connection. More about pile 3's person. So these are timeless readings. So these types of things could have happened in the past, or they could be happening in the future, in the near future. We got here King of Wings, that's King of Swords. Okay, that says the professional. We've got the Hermit, introspection in reverse. Ace of Pentacles. The Devil, seduction. Seduction has now come up twice. Seduction here, seduction here. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Gems, here's head, says reward. I know it's in the upright. I'm still feeling weird about that. We've got Princess of Shells, that's the Page of Shells, that's the Page of Cups, the romantic. We have here Queen of Wings. Interesting, we got King and Queen here, but this one's in reverse, the Analyst in reverse. Then we have Prince of Roses, that's the Knight of Wands, the Mover in reverse. Let me move these down a little bit. You know what's so funny to me is that both of these cards here are in reverse. They're both kind of like the same energy, like the player here in reverse. But with the tarot card, this doesn't make me think that they're not going to be a player anymore. This actually makes me think that they're going to keep doing it. This card is like what they're trying to portray, but I think this card is actually the truth. And that's part of the reason why we came out with, it started off with this King of Swords here, because it's like, this is the actual truth, right? Because we had lies, things were lies before. This is the actual truth. And then we have here the Eight of Shells, which is Eight of Cups in reverse, walk away. And we had walk away here in reverse too. So it's interesting. We're getting doubles. We have these two here, and then we have these two here, and that's basically like double energy. Double, not devil, even though the devil is here. We also had seduction come up twice. So you might be seeing a lot of synchronicities around this person. That's possible. You also may have like tried a couple times with this person. Tried something a couple times with this person. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Anything else, Spirit, from the tarot? Yep, there we go. We've got Death here in the reverse, and then we have the Fool in the reverse as well. The Death says transformation, and the Fool says trust. The main message that I'm getting from these cards right here, especially these two, is like, this person has not really changed. Do not trust them. Walk away from this situation. If they try and come back, walk away. That's the main message that I'm getting from them. And I know that that's probably hard to hear. Like, you're here watching this hoping that you're going to get some, you know, reassurance. But the tarot is nothing if it's not honest. And I just call it how I see it. I read what I see. And, you know, it sucks, but it is what it is. We have here 8 of Wands and King of Shells. Signals in reverse, the Visionary. So yeah, there's actually somebody else who's coming in for you. It's kind of what I'm getting here. There's somebody else who's coming in for you. It might not be as fast as you want it to be, and you might not see the signs that somebody else is coming in for you. But there is another person who is much more mature and who you'll be able to like see a future with, who's coming in for you. 4 of Shells here. Yeah, there's an invitation that with them that you should take. And interesting the way. Can you clarify this Prince of Shells in the reverse, please? All right, there is an invitation with them that you should take, but they might be kind of like a starving artist type, is what I'm getting. They may have a lot of charm and charisma, but they might not have a lot of money. They may have a lot of, you know, romantic streaks about them, and they may have a lot of like really enticing emotions, but they might not be fully independent, okay? I'm not telling anybody to be a Barbara the Builder. I'm not telling anybody to be a Pygmisha at all. That's not what's happening here. But I think this 4 of Cups would not be in reverse if you weren't supposed to, or if you weren't supposed to at least consider taking this new invitation of this person, because I think that they could, and I'm not telling anybody date off potential either, but this person has a certain level of maturity to them that I think is good. Anyway, I guess Spirit wanted to throw that in there because of all the bullshit that was going on with this old person. They wanted to give you something to hope for. So yeah, all right, I'm going to leave those on the table for now. Well, I'm going to put them like to the side. And maybe if I'm feeling like it, maybe we'll get some channel messages from that person later as well, but I don't know. Anyway, back to this person from before, this person who you were on a break with. All right, so this person is showing up as the King of Swords. The King of Swords is like very decidedly unemotional, which is why I think this water signs card came here in reverse, because like I said, there's like some emotional thing that's missing here. And I think that this is like a more calculated and logical move than it is an emotional one. This is the person deciding to kind of come back into your life and to reapproach you, okay? They may also have a tendency of like talking down towards you with this Hermit card here in reverse. You may have seen this person in the past as kind of like a mentor or a guru or a tutor or a coach or something like that, somebody who was helping you to learn something. Okay. We do have air signs here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well. We've also got Capricorn with the Devil, Aries with the Fool, and Scorpio with the Death card. I also even want to say that this person might be like a bad teacher. Maybe they are literally a teacher, or maybe they were supposed to teach you something and they just didn't do a good job about it. But yes, a new opportunity coming in with this Ace of Pentacles here. However, it is one where they want to trap you. They want to trap you. This person definitely has like very strong and very seductive energy, and it's going to seem very tempting. They really want to tempt you, but they morally They mostly want to trap you. Possibly with a baby. This person might want to trap you with a literal baby with this Princess of Shells here. They literally might want to trap you with a baby. But they're going to start off with an apology. They are going to start off with an apology. And it's going to be insincere with this Queen of Wands. Not Queen of Wands. Queen of Wings, which is Queen of Swords here in reverse. I'm glad that you're watching this video, because if you didn't watch it, then you might not have clocked this. It's funny that I say clock when we have this clock here. With this Queen of Swords here in reverse, it's like you might misjudge the situation. Also, the fact that like both of you guys are showing up as swords cards. Those two, the Queen and King of Swords, they do not have a reputation for staying together. They are the pair in the tarot that's like known as like divorced people, or maybe like a widower or a widow. So take that to mean what you will, but I am seeing the potential for misjudging somebody here, or overthinking something, overanalyzing something, running it through your head like a million times, potential obsessive thoughts and obsessive behavior about this, and about this person. And I kind of feel like this person is going to try and get you to move how they want you to move. Like, they're going to try and have a very heavy influence over the direction of your life, over the direction of what you do, where you go, who you speak to, that kind of thing. Definitely getting some controlling kind of energy here. Possibly even like a mild anger problem. And I say mild because it's this Knight of Wands here. But mild is also kind of a relative term, so yeah. This Eight of Shells being in reverse is like, it's like a failed emotional test. Like you had this emotional test that you were going through and it didn't work out. And deciding to go back toward a fantasy. It's interesting that this came up on top of this fantasy and seduction card, because the Seven of Cups is like the card of illusion and fantasy. And whenever a card is reversed, I often take the card below it in sequence into account as well. And the Seven of Cups is like this idea of illusion and fantasy. And now I'm thinking about this other song, like Lies, Deception, and Fantasies. I don't remember who that's by. Let me see. Chris Lake and Lee Foss. Yeah. Lies, Deception, and Fantasy by Chris Lake coming through right now. Chris Lake and Lee Foss. Yeah. So there's this desire to want to see the fantasy, to want the fantasy to be real. Then Spirit just wants you to know that this shadow work that you've been working on, that transformation that you've been trying to make is like, it's not going to be complete, because you're trying to enter into this new era of your life, but still holding on to the same shit, the same old baggage that you were holding on to before. Okay? So, yeah. We're going to get another deck out. This is the True Love reading cards. And let's just see. I want a message direct from Spirit about this connection that we've been talking about for the majority of this time. Spirit, can you give us a direct message about this connection? What's going on here? Thank you. I'm like scared of what's going to come out. I don't know what's going to come out. Sexuality here. And I try not to read these cards in the reverse. I only just got this deck not too long ago. But I'm going to give her a little bikini top right there. But yeah, like I said, this person is definitely trying to trap you. For sure, they would like to trap you with a baby, with some sort of long-term responsibility so that you'll be tied together forever. That's the vibe. But like I said, they are attracted to you. I don't think that you're exactly their type, but they are attracted to you and they are interested in just like a sexual relationship. That's pretty much it. I think that's like their main goal. This person might be really good in bed. I'll say that. They might be really good in bed. This person might like to wear, earrings or like dangly earrings. I'm thinking about, I don't know if you guys ever watched The Bachelorette or Bachelor in Paradise, but recently on Charity's season of The Bachelorette, and then I want to say it was like Bachelor in Paradise season 9, this guy named Brayden, maybe, he would wear these like dangly earrings or these like feathered earrings, and it was like just part of his swag, you know, but he was kind of like an F-boy, you know. So yeah, I'm getting F-boy energy here. This person wants to say that they're reformed, that they're not like that anymore, but tiger can't change their stripes. You know, you can do all kinds of inner work, but a tiger can't change their stripes. So, yeah. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get these channeled messages. And I'm thinking about whether or not we're going to do channeled messages for this other person that came out, like very briefly. We might. I kind of think maybe we will. I haven't done, that hasn't happened in any other pile, so. Nobody else could have possibly gotten channel messages like that, but you guys are getting a freebie, 2 for 1. Well, I guess technically the whole reading is free. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. But yeah, you guys are getting a 2 for 1. A 2 for. Shout out to all my 30 Rock fans in the building. These are channel messages that I made myself using these index cards. They're like kind of hard to shuffle because the cardstock is not like the thickest. But yeah, okay. I'm just going to spread them out and choose rather than shuffling them. So yeah, let's see. Let's spread like this. Spirit, if Pile 3's person like had channeled messages to say to Pile 3, what would those messages be? What would they say? Channeled 3 messages from Pile 3's person to Pile 3. Channeled messages from Pile 3's person to Pile 3. Okay, I'm going to spread this one out too. I guess this is something they want to say first in this pile. Okay, Pile 3's person could say anything to Pile 3. What would they say? Something over here? Okay. Okay. Pile 3's person could say anything to Pile 3. Alright. I feel so awkward about this. So there's something uncomfortable happening. What else would they say to Pile 3 if they could say anything to Pile 3? Okay. What would they say to Pile 3 if they could say anything? Alright, is this one or a different one? This one, okay. You're too unpredictable. Yeah, because you guys have had like this on and off situation in the past where like maybe you walked away and then you came back. They're not sure, and that's part of the reason why I think they want to trap you. What else would Pile 3's person say to Pile 3 if they, like in channeled messages? What are some channeled messages from Pile 3's person to Pile 3? Is it this one or is it a different one? This one, okay. Your compliments mean a lot to me. Yeah, this person, they definitely seem like they are using you to fill their ego, especially with this pride card here, over here in the reverse. It definitely seems like they're using you for their ego. Spirit, channel messages from Pile 3's person to Pile 3. Are there any more from this deck? Alright, no, actually. So, let's go ahead and get a different deck of channel messages out and see what is said. Hold on. Spirit, any additional channel messages from this deck for Pile 3? No. You know what? Spirit's actually telling me that they don't want you guys to get any more channel messages from this person, which is why I guess they decided to bring out this secondary person to get channel messages from them, because this person that you're asking about, they just want to use you to feed their ego. And they don't have good intentions. That's what I'm getting here. And I literally wanted to say like they might cosplay like they have good intentions. I don't know why I said cosplay unless this person is literally into cosplay, or it's like they're putting on this mask, they're putting on this face of having good intentions, but they don't. They don't have good intentions. And this card here, you're too unpredictable. That's why I said like they're going to be trying to control the way that you move. Like with this mover card here in the reverse, this Knight of Wands, like this person definitely has controlling tendencies for sure. I don't think that they are... Okay, that's mean. That's mean spirit, but sure, I'll say it. I don't care. I don't think that they're smart enough to actually, like, really control you in that way. Or maybe they feel like they don't have to use force in order to control you in that way. But they do want to, like, have control over you because they do think you're too unpredictable, and so it's just going to be easier for them to try and control you. But yeah, spirit is like, let's be done with this person. Let's move on to the new person. Fine. I don't mind. I don't mind doing that at all. I'm going to clear this space here, and I'm going to write these down in my tarot journal, and then we'll come back and we'll do this person who came out with this King of Cups energy. Give me just 1 second. Oh, I also want to say that this person, they may have gone to therapy, sought out a therapist in the time that you haven't spoken to them or that you were getting breadcrumbed by them. And if that's the case, I do think that they had some breakthroughs. I do think that they've made some changes in their life, but I also think that they've learned ways to manipulate other people. Thinking about that whole like Jonah Hill boundaries thing with like his surfer ex-girlfriend or whoever that girl was or whatever. But yeah, and that's why I said like this person doesn't necessarily need to use force in order to get you to do what they want you to do. They have figured out how to do it from the mind, but they aren't as smart as they think they are. I'm still getting that. They're not as smart as they think they are, but whatever. And so any apologies that they give you, I do think that they'll be sincere, but they'll also be a manipulation tactic. Like two things can be true at once. And I think that you may not see that when the time actually comes for you to see it. So yeah. All right, let's clear the table. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have here with this person. So yeah, somebody is coming in. I don't know if you're going to see the signs about it, but the signs could be very subtle. But somebody's coming in. And I think that they're going to make you feel like emotionally on top of the world. They're also going to have a very strong vision for their own future. They could be an artist of some kind, but they don't have to be. They might be a parent. That's possible. Not necessarily probable, but it is possible. I'm going to get one of these true love reading cards here to give us a little more clarity on the situation. Spirit, what can you tell us about this new person? This new person for pile 3, whose energy is showing up as the King of Shells. What can you tell us about them? Oh, okay. I'm going to reshuffle that, because I don't like it when only one card comes out on the top. Alright, what can you tell us about this King of Shells person who's coming in for pile 3? 2. Worthiness, interesting. Okay. So yeah, this person could struggle with feelings of worthiness when it comes to you, especially with this 9 of Pentacles here in the reverse. Okay, you, I think, will see them for this King of Cups that they are, but they might see themselves as not having enough to offer, okay? But you can't make somebody else feel like they're worthy of love. They have to find that on the inside. And I think that you know that, having done this shadow work that we saw earlier, you know? So yeah, this person who's coming in, they could be struggling with feelings of worthiness when it comes to you or to love or to a relationship just in general. All right. Let's see. We're going to get some channel messages from this person. So you have something to look forward to, because you guys are already connected, like, in the ether. Even if you haven't met them in real life yet, you may have already met this person. Maybe things are just happening really slowly. The 8 of Wands can also signal like bad news. So somebody might have received some bad news recently. And that might be a way that you can identify who this person is. But yeah, okay, Spirit, this new person who's showing up as this King of Shells, for pile 3. What are some channel messages that they have for pile 3? Oh, they are not you. You hurt my feelings. So yeah, you may already know this person. My intentions can be selfish at times. Interesting. Spirit, I want to make sure that we're talking about the new person and not the old person. All right, let's keep going. This new person, who are they? Or tell us channeled messages from them. Oh. So yeah, this person, interestingly enough, they definitely have possessive tendencies too. You might just like attract people who are kind of like that. I ran away. I'm scared you're moving on. Not now. So I do get the feeling that you already know this person. So when I was saying that they're a new person who's coming in, I guess they don't have to be brand new. They're probably not brand new, seeing as how some of this energy here. So, all right, I'm going to get some information from this Truths Oracle deck because I want to see what the deal is with this person. What's going on? Who is this person? Tell us more. This could be a sneaky link that you had and that you kind of walked away from. Maybe somebody that you just hooked up with a few times. Emotional intelligence here in the upright. A message here. I'm also being told to put that in the upright. Tell us about this King of Cups energy person. Friends with benefits. Okay, yeah. So this is giving sneaky link energy who secretly ended up getting really possessive over you. But they also don't feel like they deserve you. Interesting. Interesting. Because Spirit was like bringing this person in as a thing to be excited about because the other person was not working out. That was the message that I got. But then these channeled messages that I'm getting here are like, I feel like I'm concerned. The word that I wanted to use was alarming. I feel a little bit alarmed. Definitely getting a possessive energy. Anybody else who they've been trying to, you know, if they got a new friend with benefits, if they've been trying to replace you with somebody, then they really, they think about you. They wish that it was you. My intentions can be selfish at times. Makes me think that this person does have a good deal of emotional intelligence because that is kind of, it can be difficult to admit that. And I just got this like big wave of energy when I said that. Also with I ran away here, this person definitely is displaying emotional intelligence. But again, they don't think that they're worthy of you. They don't think that they are a good deal. They could have issues with their own stability. They might be working on a craft of some kind. Like I said, they might be an artist. I did say they could be like a starving artist or something like that. I also think that this person wants to wait a little bit because they're not stable right now, which is why we got this not now card here. I just am like thinking about how alarmed I was when I decided, because I've just decided to skip. At first I wasn't going to bring any of these cards out from the Truth Oracle. Like I was just going to go straight into the channel messages because I was like, okay, the energy's good. Spirit says to be excited about this new person, so we're just going to go ahead and get channel messages from them. And then I was so alarmed when I read the messages. I was like, what the hell is going on here? You might get some alarming texts from this person. Yeah. I don't know. And I want to say also that like shadow work can take a long time to do. It can take a very long time to do. But it's worth it and it's worth moving through it. And also I'm getting the idea of like new levels, new devils kind of situation. Not to say that this person is a new devil, but more like sometimes when you get to a new level in your healing, you have to either continue to address things that you kind of already addressed in the past to see how you would handle it now that you're this like more evolved version of yourself. Or you end up in being attracted to situations and scenarios that you were attracted to previously, or like attracting people towards you who are different and in some ways better than what you used to attract, but also in some ways they're the same as what you used to attract. Okay? So with this worthiness card here, I think that it could also be a signal to you to figure out what you think you're worth, you know? But I do think that this person, this King of Shells person, they think very highly of you. I'm definitely getting this energy. They think very highly of you. And they would not be settling for you. Okay? Like the first person was. Like the first person that I was talking about, they definitely had settling energy. Like you were not their dream girl, dream guy, dream person. They definitely had settling energy. And this person would not be settling for you. They would be reaching for you. I don't know if you guys ever watched How I Met Your Mother, but one of the episodes they talked about how every relationship has a reacher and a settler. And in this scenario, this person would be reaching for you. Yeah. All right, let's go back to the channeled messages and see what else there is. And I think that part of the reason why not only are we getting not now, but also this Eight of Wands is here in reverse, which I said like this is coming in slowly, is because this person, they still have to like get past all of this alarming, negative, weird energy that's going on here. And I'm glad that these cards came out first, because it's like you need to know kind of like what you're dealing with when you get into it with somebody. And I think that part of the reason maybe why you kept this person at an arm's length, or why you guys were just friends with benefits and why there wasn't anything else, maybe why you guys were just sneaky links, was because you knew deep down that there was like something that was not, I don't say not right, but something that was not available, something that was not, that you just didn't want to deal with, is how I'm going to say that. But yeah, let's see. Any more channeled messages from this person? Every song reminds me of you. I want more than what we have. Yeah, this person wants to be more than friends with benefits. I'm seeking revenge on who? I've liked you for a really long time. I'm seeking revenge. See, I'm like, revenge on who? I don't like that. That's weird. And it did come out right underneath, you hurt my feelings. What else? You've changed me. Interesting. Any more channeled messages from this newer person who's on their way in? I am not ready. Yeah, definitely. Obviously you're not ready, because you're out here seeking revenge for hurt feelings. Like, what are you talking about? And I just find it so interesting because they are showing up as this King of Shells here in the upright. So I think deep down this person really is a softie, but they have some sort of like emotional, because they think that they don't have that much to offer, they can sometimes show up in a hurtful energy. That's what I'm going to say here. I'm so jealous. Yep. Jealous. They are upset when they think about you being with other people, since they know that you guys don't have a commitment, didn't have a commitment. Sorry for the way I handled things. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to get you guys some guidance. I did this for pile 2. I didn't do it for pile 1. I'm going to get you guys some guidance because I feel like you need it to close out this reading. Because it's like one option was different than the other. I'm not even going to say one option was better than the other, because I do feel like both of these options here have, for some people, the first person that we were talking about, that type of life might have seemed appealing to them. You know, maybe you want the marriage and the baby and all that other stuff. I didn't even say necessarily marriage, but Maybe you wanted somebody to come back and, you know, tell you how they wanted you guys to get back together and wanted you to be a family and they're ready to have the responsibilities and this, that, and the other. Maybe that sounded good to you. Or maybe this other situation sounds good to you. But either way, I feel like you need some guidance from your guides because there are problematic things in both situations. So let's go ahead and get some advice from the guides, please, Spirit, for pile 3. And yeah, I'm not surprised that the first card that came out was the shadow work card because it's just like, there's healing to do. Oh my God. Shadow. Look at that. This card literally says Shadow, Divine Healers, number 25. And so on this picture, you can see that like this little person down here is giving their love away when it's like they should be giving it to themselves. So yeah, Spirit, they definitely want you to focus on yourself, work on your own shadow work, and continue to do that. I think I'm going to get from the bottom of the deck and see what we have here. Epiphany. Yes, you're going to come to a realization. And I also think like clearing out your aura is going to be very helpful. There are a lot of videos on YouTube, meditations, Reiki, energy healing, that kind of thing that could be very helpful for you. Clearing out your aura. We have the numbers 18 and 25 here. But I'm going to read from Shadow first. Actually, when I opened up the book, I'm reading from Epiphany. Epiphany popped open, so we're going to read from Epiphany first. Inspiration, breakthrough, revelation, divine guidance. Congratulations! You're finally getting out of your head and connecting more directly with your soul. The flow of communication between you and your higher self is strengthening daily, allowing you to directly access your spirit guides, angels, and spirit teachers more readily. As your contact with your higher self deepens, answers will suddenly plop into your consciousness, like gifts from above. Your aha moments will appear with greater frequency, like light bulbs switching on in your head. Over and over, you'll find yourself in the right place at the right time. Under the influence of your higher self, you're steadily becoming more spontaneous, dancing in synchronistic flow with life rather than swimming upstream against the current. Your higher self encourages you to unhesitatingly trust your vibes at all times. Surrender your ego to them and allow yourself to be gently led rather than yielding to old ways of figuring things out. You're being gifted with endless spiritual direction and a deeper understanding of your soul's journey. Remain in constant dialogue with your higher self and ask it to override your limited perceptions and keep you on your true path. Then go with the flow. Your higher self's message, listen to me. So yeah, you are on this new level, like I said, of shadow work. And this new level of shadow work is a more spiritual one. I think that the last level that you were on probably had to do more with like earthly things and earthly relationships. But this new level is going to be about more spiritual relationships that you have, especially with your higher self and your spirit team. So ask them for help, especially when it comes to having discernment about the people that you let into your life romantically, for sure, but also just in general. And I'm getting a big emphasis on the just in general. You know, ask for help and ask for guidance on that. Because they do want to help you and they see how far you've come. You see this lotus here on this card. Lotuses, like, they grow out of the muck and the mud and they become this beautiful flower. And your guides see that in you and they know how far you've come and they want to help you to continue elevating. So, you know, don't be afraid to ask them for help and to contact them. Let's go ahead and see what the shadow has to say. Anger, vengeance, violation, and spite. Although no one likes to admit it, we all have our dark sides and shadows. Those less than flattering facets of our personality that take delight in abusing and shaming others and wielding power in the most unfair ways. So as I was reading that, I was getting also the idea of like those parts of us that sometimes like being in a chaotic situation, that sometimes like being not necessarily like in danger, but you know, the whole thing about how girls love bad boys, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 right? It's like sometimes if you're used to being in that scenario, it can feel almost like comforting when it comes back. So I think that Spirit wants you to know that you don't have to rely on that kind of comfort anymore, and that you can seek comfort through your higher self. Whether it's the condescending remark to the slow-moving grocery bagger at the supermarket, the aggressive hand gesture directed towards the meandering driver on the road, or the belittling comment made to your uncooperative child, many of us are guilty of hurting or deriding others at times. So yeah, try not to let like the hurt and the pain that you've experienced, especially at the hands of these other people, these two people who are mentioned in this reading, cause you to like have unnecessary anger or to lash out at other people. You know, you do have like a little bit of a hot head going on here on this card, somebody with a hot head. So try not to let that happen with you. It also says, your divine healers are present now to help you witness your shadow, lovingly making you aware that it's actually contempt for yourself and your vulnerability that fuels such hostility towards others. And this person who is coming in, this King of Cups type of person, they are a direct mirror of that in you. Because, like I said, they have this like weird hostility and like this jealousy, I'm seeking revenge, all this weird stuff going on in the midst of like their feelings for you. And it's because they don't feel worthy. They have this contempt against themselves and their vulnerability, because they are a very vulnerable person with this King of Cups being in the upright. Like they have this vulnerability that they know how to tap into it. I won't say they're fully comfortable with it. I think they're pretty comfortable with it, but not in every situation, and not in a situation where it's not returned, right? Or where they don't feel like they're good enough, which I think is kind of where they're at with you, unfortunately. Back to the book. These gentle but powerful higher forces surround you in love and urge you to accept and embrace your weaker aspects, rather than harshly rejecting yourself by attacking those aspects in others. Yeah, you and this person, the newer person, I think you guys have some mirroring aspects in that situation. So, again, you have free will. You can do whatever you want. It's up to you. Sometimes having a mirror can be really helpful because it lets you know, what you need to look at. But sometimes it can be difficult to work with a mirror, because if you're not ready to like fully acknowledge certain things, you know what I mean? Okay. Ease up and be more tolerant of yourself. If you do so, these shadows will give way to light and healing. Your divine healer's message: ask for help and accept our light. So yeah, I feel like the shadow work obviously is really important, but something that I didn't say and something that I didn't really touch on in this reading, I think, was my perspective of you, this viewer, the viewer of this video. And I'm not going to say here, like, I almost feel like I was viewing you in this like perfect light of, yes, you've been out here working on your shit, I didn't get cards talking about you. I got cards talking about the person you're asking about. And with me getting this information about person B, person number 2, who came out in this King of Cups energy, and them being a mirror for you in a lot of ways, you have a lot of stuff that you are working on too, and that you need to work on as well. And I'm not saying that you're not wonderful. You are, and I'm so grateful that you're here with me. Everybody who's part of my collective has something wonderful about them. And so I want you to know that I see you in that sense, and I feel you in that sense. But everybody also has something that they're working on. And I don't know if you consider yourself to be like a little angel or what. I'm no angel, so I can't say that I am, But going back to the whole thing about the mirror, this person here being a mirror for you. Again, mirrors can be very helpful because they can really show you what it is that you need to pay attention to, both in a literal sense and an emotional sense. Like you're looking in the mirror and you see that you have a little mustache hair. You want to pluck it out, that you wouldn't have been able to see if you didn't have the mirror, right? You get an emotional mirror somebody who is emotionally showing you the same things that you are doing towards other people, the same way, being the same way that you're being, or whatever, it can trigger certain things in you that will help you to uncover and address the next things that will be on your shadow work journey. So I feel like Spirit wanted to bring out the second person because it was like something for you to look forward to. And no, this person's not perfect, but you're not perfect either. And I'm not saying settle for this situation, although we did say that in every relationship there's a reacher and a settler, and this new person is definitely the reacher. So maybe that does make you the settler. I don't know. But if you're just being committed to your shadow work journey, then this person could actually be a really good tool, pit stop, mirror. I hate to make it sound like you're using them or that you would be using them. I hate to make it sound like that. There's a reason why Spirit wanted this person to be included in this reading, because this person has some sort of merit in your life. There is some sort of positive contribution that this person can and will make to your life if you are open to it. Otherwise, there's no reason for Spirit to have brought them up. So I just want you to know that and to remember that. There is some sort of positive contribution that this person can and will make to your life. Even if they don't believe that they have anything to add, they are a very important addition, I'll say addition, on your shadow work journey that you're on. Okay? So, yeah. Growing in general is hard. It's tough. It's hard and it's tough, and it's like, oof. We're all real people. We contain multitudes. We're all, these very complex creatures. And it's important to give other people grace while they're growing, and to give yourself grace while you're growing too, and also to find the people that you can grow with safely. That is being the most, safely definitely being the key word. So don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to put your self-love first, no matter what connection you're in, and try and see things for what they really are. Prioritize the truth, prioritize honesty, and don't allow somebody to pull the wool over your eyes because of what you think they're offering you. Ask the hard questions, get down to brass tacks, and ask the hard things, because that's how you're going to know where you really stand with somebody. And yeah, don't be afraid to analyze people's actions. Actions speak louder than words. Don't ever forget that. Okay? All right, Pal 3. Thank you so much for sticking around and doing this reading with me. I love you. Like I said, I know that you have wonderful, wonderful aspects about you. We're all on a healing journey at the end of the day. So I hope that, one, I hope that I didn't make you feel bad at all, because that was never my intention. But two, I hope that you can recognize the light in yourself that I also see in you, and that other people see in you as well, and that your spirit team wants you to see. And don't forget to call on them for help whenever you need it. They are there for you. They want to help you, and they're excited for all of the new adventures and the new levels of consciousness and the new realizations that you're going to come to as you go on your shadow work journey. So yeah, don't be afraid to call on them. I love you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.